Hey, looks like we are back now. Yay! I knew I'd figure it out. Took me a minute. Tell Punky we back.
Alright, Ducky, we back.
Sorry about that, guys. Don't know what happened, but it went kind of stupid.
Had a small power outage, and then it took us a minute to get it back up and going.
But y'all know what it is. This is Mellowverse. I'm Mellowman.
I'm Sassy You.
And we're back at you guys with another one. This is not a reaction video. It's a podcast.
This is just...
It looks like it's lagging like hell again. I don't know what's going on with that.
And this is an introduction to what we want to do as far as not just do our videos, which we're going to continue to do, our reaction videos, but we are decided to start another channel to where we do a podcast at least once a week, maybe twice a week. Right now we won't really have any guests on, but
we're working on that. We're working on that.
We're trying.
Y'all see.
We're trying to get it to where we have all the proper equipment we need for having guests on, but with that being said, that podcast channel, we will make sure to notify y'all with that channel name as well as what the name of the podcast is called.
Yeah, because Sassy's channel is probably fixing to change from Sassy to whatever we're going to name the podcast.
Right.
Today, however, if you haven't already caught the hour and a half before, okay, we did an hour of Q&A with all of our subs that tuned in and caught any of that.
We were talking about fast food and etiquette as far as questions y'all may have had, as well as answering stuff about what it is to go into a fast food restaurant. The fact that just because, let's say, for example, you go into, like you said, a McDonald's or a Burger King, Taco Bell, just because you go into this store and say you go 5 miles down the road to the next store and ask the same question does not mean they can do the same thing as the other store, or the other store can do the same thing as this one. Because when a person buys into a chain store like that, they may have their set policy that they require for their workers to do when the other has another set policy. So always know your restaurant. Make sure that if you're going to, let's say for our store for instance, you come to our store and going, well, this store and this store does it, but why can't you? Well, we have a different policy. Our owner is different than the other stores.
Right.
So even though we still deal with the same corporate aspect of our company that we work for, our owner is different. So therefore, the owner's policy does not match up with some of the other stores. And that's okay.
That's just how it is, though.
So there's no reason for y'all to be mad at us as the workers because we can't do certain things that you want us to do. It's not our fault. We have to follow our guidelines for our job, or we lose our job.
Yeah.
And it makes it hard on us as the employee when we have customers gripe at us because we can't do something that you want us to do, even though we appreciate everything that you come in and, I guess you'd say, order and, have your experience with us. We just ask that you be patient with us as well as us be patient with you, because there's things we just can't do.
Well, I mean, look, y'all come in and y'all do y'all's thing, y'all order what y'all order, and that's all cool, fine, well, and good. But when you're not using common sense, then that's where it becomes an issue.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm sorry, but when you order, again, I'll touch bases on this. I understand if you need a moment to say, can you give me a moment? But don't sit there and go, I need let me have it makes it hard on us because it feels like we're having to pull you along or pull your teeth to get you to order your food. Because, and I'll say this, in a lot of fast food industries, they have a timer to where you have a certain amount of time to get this customer from the speaker to pay the money, to get their food, and out of the drive-thru line. Inside, you don't really have that. But as someone who has done the drive-thru as well as front cashier, I'm slow at it anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. I will take my time.
You may be slow at it, but me as a manager, I'm not allowed to be slow at it. I have to show y'all how it's done on a daily basis.
Yeah. I mean, I know we have to work at a fast pace. I have my pace and my rhythm that I work at, and it's usually pretty quick. I have seen this time and time again. Okay, when you come through the drive-thru line, and this is just pertaining to drive-thru, give the person inside that's on the headset a second to respond to the beeps.
Please, for the love of God, don't pull up to the speaker and go, hello! Because guess what? Everybody inside that store is going, goodbye!
Yeah.
Because that's annoying as shit. Trust me. As a drive-thru person, you hear it. The entire store hears it. Because when you hit that speaker, it goes beep in our ear. And on the speaker, we hear it. Hey, glad to have you back, Ducky. Sorry, I already know it's laggy, it's jumping around, it won't let me change the frame rate. I don't know, I might have to adjust it the next time we do a stream. But I'm working on it, okay?
But with that being said, like, okay, and for you to come through the drive-thru and you sit there and do that, hello, not just us, all the employees, but also the person that takes the order. The customers at the front register can hear you. Believe it or not. If you're going to rant over the speaker, they can hear you too.
Depending on what store you're at. Now, granted, the store we work in is over 30 freaking years old, and that store's been there since the 60s, so half the equipment that we work with is outdated and needs a major overhaul, but it ain't never going to get it. When we go in and out of the walk-in, if it's raining outside, by God, we're getting wet too, because it's raining in the walk-in cooler, and that shit sucks. So, when y'all think our job is easy, it's not as easy as it seems. Okay, yeah, for the most part, you're just flipping patties. That ain't nothing. But what you're not seeing is when you've got 3 customers in drive-thru, 3 customers in lobby, and now that they've introduced this new fun little fact, the mobile orders. When all that comes in at one time, guess what? The person that's just flipping patties is now flipping patties and dropping chicken and putting grilled down and running back and throwing potatoes in and doing a whole slew of other stuff while you're sitting there bitching saying, oh, well, my burger was cold. Bitch, that burger just came off the grill. Cold my ass.
Well, not just that. And here's one for you, too. The front cashier ain't just standing there at the cash register waiting to take everybody's order. By no means. Not just are they over here taking your order, but they're also dropping the fries, dropping nuggets, or dropping chicken because the grill person over here is doing 6 other little things and needs help. Or steps in sometimes to help make the sandwiches or flip the meat or do this. We as a collective, as a unit in our store, not in any restaurant store, we work together as a team. Not as
here, let me drop a little saying on you guys that I heard a long time ago, and I love this saying because it rings true no matter what industry or niche or whatever you want to say you are in. There is no I in team unless it is a winning team, and then there are two I's. Okay, it takes more than one person to get everything done the way it needs to be done, and in the order, and to make sense of the chaos. Okay.
Well, see, especially right now, and the way our times are, because of like the COVID-19 and everything. Our store, and I know this for a lot of other stores, they run on a small staff, so we're kind of short-staffed because you're not allowed to have more than 6 people.
Oh, okay, y'all think this COVID thing is affecting y'all? Well, guess what? While over half the country got a chance to sit on their ass and do nothing because they were quarantined, us that had to get out here and work food,
or grocery stores,
or gas stations, or nurses, doctors, firefighters, cops, all of them, we had to be out here in the thick of it without a motherfucking mask, and we had to deal with y'all motherfucking attitude because y'all thought, oh, well, y'all are open, so let me go be a dick to them because I can't do what I want to at my house because of the children and being confined in a house. I get it, okay? I get it. But you do not need to take your anger out on us. Haven't y'all ever learned don't fuck with the people who make your food?
Very true. Now, but with that being said, though, and I'm not going to say this about all restaurants. I know for our crew, our restaurant, and some of the others that I have worked for, when you start working there, it's kind of like you take an oath. Like you're a doctor, you take an oath. You do not mess with other people's food.
And by God, it doesn't matter how pissed off we get, we haven't done it yet.
And will not.
Yet. But that's because, some of us, like myself, I'm a manager. I won't allow it to happen, even though sometimes you want to feel like you want to reach back there and grab right on the top of the crack and yank out all them nasty little hairs and just throw it in a burger and say, there you go, hope you enjoy your burger, and send them on their way. We don't do that.
No, we don't.
This ain't Clerks. This ain't no bullshit like that. This is real life, okay? And real life people don't do that.
I've always been taught, and especially with fast food, you do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. So if you mistreat them, they're going to mistreat you. I don't, and I'll say this, and Melon Man can agree with me, I am very, very extremely picky when it comes to my food and who makes my food.
You ain't the only one. Look at Miss Janet, for instance.
Right.
She won't let nobody in that store make her sandwich but me.
Oh, yes, she will. There's one other. Oh, take that back. 2 others. Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm getting at.
Right, and then see, for me, even with that work, and I eat the food that we have at work, when I do eat from work, I'm picky about who makes it. If it's something I know that I wouldn't eat, because I have gone to a restaurant, and I am not joking, and this is what really turns my stomach. The restaurant sat there and had hair and, roaches and other stuff in my child's burger. Matter of fact, I think it was a McDonald's in another state that I lived in at the time. My kids were little. I do not want that to happen to me. I am not going to do that to someone else. Okay, we have a question. You say you closed. What is your thought on people who decide to come in like 10 to 30 minutes before closing? Any stories, thoughts, or experiences on that? Yes.
I have plenty.
We both
have plenty. Okay.
Matter of fact,
this is like way fucking back before Sassy ever become in the picture at all. Okay.
Right.
But when I was like 16, 17, I want to say, I was working at Burger King. And we had somebody come through, and I was closing that night, and Burger King closes at 11 o'clock. Okay?
Right.
So, at 10:50, we had this customer come through and set at the speaker, and we knew it was a prank, okay? We knew it was a prank, but we did it anyway, because by the time we got done ringing the order up and then taking it all off, we was going to be closing. So we didn't give a damn. We was like, all right, we'll just appease these people. They asked us how much it would be if they ordered one of everything on the menu. We got halfway through it before they pulled off and said, like it was some big joke. Well, it wasted our time, but it was time that we didn't have to serve another customer. So we was like, whatever, we'll just appease them. Now, in the restaurant that we're in right now, you come through at 10 to 30 minutes before we close and you try to order $60 worth of food, good luck sitting in the drive-thru for about 10 minutes because everything that you just ordered is going to have to be cooked fresh.
Right.
There's no way we have anything like that. Yes, from an employee standpoint, we're like, God damn it, why don't these motherfuckers go home and feed their damn selves instead of coming out? And for us, close is at 1 a.m. in the morning, okay? So if you're sitting there at 12:50 trying to order food, dude, go the fuck somewhere that doesn't close. We close. We trying to get the hell home. We don't want to spend our night at the store.
Now, I know there was one night, I remember this because I was doing front lobby and I closed. And for me, because we are a one-car situation for me and you, and we both work at the same store, you closed that night, the drive-thru part, and I was sitting there waiting on you, and y'all were so busy up till 5 minutes till they closed. We had a customer come up to the drive-thru wanting to order. It was like $80 worth of food, but they didn't want to wait the time that it was going to take to get their food, which was going to be about 6 to 10 minutes because everything was being cooked fresh to order because we're fixing to close in like 5 minutes, which was difficult because then we had to sit there after we dropped the food and started cooking it. The moment they started ordering it, now we just wasted product that we could have had for the next day for another customer.
Okay, since you segued into that, let me go ahead and touch on something real quick. When you're ordering a hamburger or cheeseburger or whatever type of burger, don't order an entire fucking combo and then double back and go, oh, and on that burger, I don't want. Because by the time you say, I don't want, they're already wrapping that motherfucker, okay? They're making their burger as you are ordering it. So when you say what you do and do not want on it at the beginning, it makes it faster for you. It makes it faster for us. You don't have a headache of going, well, I said no, I didn't want this on it, and it was on it. Well, guess what? When you said, I don't want this on it, we might be another order, onto another order, because we got to take care of front, too.
Right.
The sandwich maker's not just making sandwiches for drive-thru. They got to make sandwiches for drive-thru and for front.
Correct. And that's what makes it hard, because I've sat there and seen where a customer, because I've sat and was just the coordinator for the day, and the coordinator has to bag all the food and make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. But I've seen where a customer come through the drive-thru and was like, okay, I want this, and it went on about their whole entire order, and then go, oh yeah, on that first combo, I don't want this. By then, we've done made the whole meal, like everything.
If you have a sandwich maker that knows what they're doing without having to look at build charts, okay?
Which is what we do.
And if you're a new sandwich maker, yeah, you've got to look at the build chart. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that, because you don't know the way that company builds their sandwiches.
Right.
Okay. Every company's different. I worked for Burger King, I've worked for Hardee's, and now where I'm at now. And they've all built the burger different.
Yeah,
it's always different. Because where we're at, it's mayonnaise ketchup. You go somewhere else, and it's mayonnaise, pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, then the ketchup.
See, now
it's all built differently, and you have to learn the proper procedures of putting these things together, which I know that sounds like a freaking
headache.
Science or whatever, but it's really not. It's building a hamburger like you would build one at the house. Okay, mayonnaise, ketchup, pickle, tomato, lettuce, onions. It's that simple.
Mustard if you want mustard, yeah. I mean,
it's not hard. It's the same ingredients that you would put on your burger at home. The only difference is when you come to our store, it does not automatically come with mustard. You have to specify you want mustard.
Our burgers, and here's another thing where our store is, it automatically comes with cheese. If you don't want cheese, you have to specifically say, I don't want cheese. Now, I used to work for a Sonic, and I know as their car hop, their cook, as well as their sandwich maker, you know, we have a certain order of which we do things. I have seen numerous times, including in the store we're at, where a customer has said, okay, this is what I want, da-da-da, and then forget to say, oh yeah, I didn't want this on there. Is it too late to change it? 9 times out of 10, it's too late to change it, but a lot of times we will still do it anyway because, again, we play by the rule of, you know...
We try to keep the customer happy, even though the customer isn't always right, and I know that sounds like a shitty thing to say, but, you know, you got to look at it from our standpoint, too, where y'all are coming in and buying a $8 combo, okay? An $8 combo. It took us $500 just to get the product for that one hamburger. And if you think I'm joking, the cost of a sleeve of hamburger meat, okay, the big hamburger patties, what would be considered like a quarter pound, okay, that's over $100 a case. $100 a case. It's way over $100 now. It's fucking ridiculous how much
especially since
the stores are having to spend to keep meat in the store. When we went through that meat shortage, boom, that right there killed fucking prices. And y'all want to bitch about an $8 combo? Be glad it's not a fucking $20 combo, okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they could price gouge you up to $20, and y'all lazy motherfuckers would pay that shit because you don't want to sit at home and cook for your damn self.
That's what I was going to say, because during this COVID-19 stuff we've been dealing with, we not just on top of that pandemic, but we've also had to deal with, we've had a meat shortage, hamburger shortage, and I know we've had customers come in and go, well, I want this and this. We don't have that on the menu no more. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. I mean, we ain't trying to be assholes or nothing. We just talking the truth. We talking the truth.
Matter of fact, the person that told us to actually do this
is my assistant manager, which I'm fixing to step into as the assistant management role, but it's not going to be at this store. No. It's going to be at a different location.
Away from me and the store we're at.
So that's that.
Yeah. So we'll be working at 2 different stores. Same company, but different stores.
Have you ever dealt with a customer who got mad at the price on the menu
or
mad about something that wasn't on the menu?
Yes.
That's exactly what she was just getting at, okay? When we went through the meat shortage, we had to take our big sandwiches off, like the triple, because we have a triple at our store, and we have what's called a double stack. We had to take both of those off of the menu during the meat shortage. And you would not believe how many people got so mad because they couldn't order a triple.
Yeah.
Okay? How fucking big do you have to be to eat a triple? And a triple is about this fucking big, y'all. Meat, bun, and everything. It's that motherfucking big. You get a goddamn triple baconator and it's that big.
I finally got to see my first one of those the other night. That was hilarious as crap. But still... With that, like, okay, even with our stores, I have seen restaurants get rid of certain types of salads. If they have wraps, they got rid of wraps. Promote chicken. And I've had customers gripe and complain, why ain't this on there? Well, I'm sorry, have you heard about the meat shortage? Or have you know?
You'd be surprised at how many people, when we said, well, there's a meat shortage. There's a what? Excuse me, you don't understand if there's a meat shortage? You go to the freaking cheapest grocery store around our town, and it was like $39.99 for a roll of hamburger meat, and I'm talking the shitty hamburger meat, okay?
Yeah.
$40 fucking for not even a 5-pound roll of hamburger meat. You got me fucked up with somebody else, all right? I would much rather. Yeah, you always fucking with
there was
my
a hair
shit while
in his
I'm
eye
sitting
and
here
it was
trying to
driving me
talk.
crazy.
I see, she's seen her hair. I didn't
Some
see
people,
shit.
the customer just don't understand.
No, they don't. They really don't. And that's why we decided to do this podcast, because people need to know, okay? When you hear restaurant employees saying, I don't make enough, it's not because they're bitching just to bitch. We do not get paid enough. The employees don't, the management don't, and I'm management, and I'm saying that I don't get paid enough. And I've made more, not gonna lie, I've made more doing other things than I have being a manager, and I'm basically a glorified fucking babysitter, okay? That's all a manager really is, a glorified babysitter. Because we get paid to make sure that the employees do their job.
Right.
Y'all think we get to eat? No, because when people get mad and they start going off on the employee, what's the next words out of their mouth? Let me speak to the manager, right? Well, guess what? Shit don't roll downhill, it roll uphill. Because once it starts, it goes straight to the next higher up, then the next higher up, then the next higher up, and then somebody's losing their fucking job because somebody wanted to be a goddamn Karen, okay?
Yep, and usually 9 times out of 10 when that happens and it goes to the height, and I know from experience, when it's going to at least the district manager or the owner of the company, usually the person that's going to lose their job is the person you started out bitching at. And they may not have done anything wrong. They did their job.
That's where the shit starts rolling back downhill. At the very start of it, it goes up the hill, and then it reaches the very tippy tip top, and then it comes right back down.
As an employee's standpoint, okay, for example, the other night on my shift, and I'm a closer as well. Sometimes I'm a day shifter, so sometimes I pull two or three shifts in 2 days. A customer ordered something and only had $1.75 of what they ordered, and they needed another, I don't know, I think it was like, was it 76 cents maybe. We as the cashier, we cannot just say, okay, don't worry about it, because that comes up making our drawer short, and we again can lose our job. We get in trouble. I understand, and I'm telling you this because I don't make a lot of money. People think, oh, well, you make plenty of money doing fast food. No, you don't. I'll be honest, I make $8.50 an hour.
We've openly admitted to you guys that we don't get paid for doing YouTube. This is something we do for our benefit, okay? We do this for us and for you guys. We don't we don't sit here and expect money from you guys.
No.
Now, I'm not going to lie. If you go into our description, you will see a link to to my PayPal account. But that's only if you want to donate. I'm not asking for donations. We don't want donations.
No, we don't.
That's strictly set up for when we actually do decide to put merch on here.
Yeah.
And this live streaming app that we use, they allow you to donate by putting stickers up. They're like $1, $2, $3,
right.
And they take like 30% of that. And I don't care. I don't want that kind of notoriety. I'm just here for you guys.
Okay.
See, Randy Suarez, because know the feeling from a different standpoint. I'm a security officer. I still have to deal with people, and the place I work sometimes have events, and they think that we are in charge of the event. Yeah.
Very true.
They're going to think you're in charge because you're security. You're supposed to know everything.
But that's not the case.
No, it's not the case. Even from our standpoint, I'm a manager. And I don't know everything. I can't tell you if we're going to have a sale coming up in the next couple of months, because I don't know. That's something that doesn't just come across as, hey, you need to do this. Now, there was something that Sassy just became aware of at the restaurant that we work at. If you go to their secret menu on Google, you'll find it. It's called a T-Rex burger. Now, that probably gave away where we work, but big meat with cheese in between every fucking piece of meat. That motherfucker's every bit that big, and there ain't no sense in something like that. But people ask for that. And because it's a different policy, we can't make stuff like that.
Right, that's just like we have one customer that comes through and they order a triple burger that we have plus an extra patty, so it's a quad. Now, when we were going through the meat shortage, we couldn't even do that, and we had customers cuss us out over it. And
we lost business because of the meat shortage because people couldn't order what they wanted
or wasn't allowed to come in and sit down and eat. Now they can.
And one interesting sidebar. When you pull up and you say, I need, no, the fuck you don't need. You don't need shit. You won't. Learn how to phrase it right. Because you don't need a fucking triple. You want a triple.
I feel like you need to say, I would like to have, please. Use mannerisms.
I mean, there's manners for a reason. You were brought up with manners. And for the Karens in the world, and for the male Karens in the world, alright, you realize that little act that you doing, you showing the youth of today how they should act, and if that's how you want them to act, God help us fucking all, okay?
Well, that's just like recently, what was it? A mother was throwing a temper tantrum with their small child in the backseat watching the mother do this. My first thought is, are you really wanting to teach your child how to be a bully and a disrespectful tyrant that not just is going to be a nuisance to the society, but can also wind up putting their butts in jail?
Look at that face.
You know, because you don't want to disrespect people. You want to set an example for your children, for others, on how to respect people. It is difficult enough for a lot of people, whether you are a doctor, a firefighter, a cop, a security guard, fast food workers, people in the grocery store. Everybody who actually has a job, everybody's job is difficult to a degree, and we all don't understand everybody's job. So don't sit there and be disrespectful or think, well, I know it all, because nobody likes a know-it-all.
Y'all don't realize how many times I've wanted to look at somebody and go, well, do you want to come do my job? Since you know it all, do you want to come do my job? Because I guarantee you, you won't make it more than 2 hours before you're ready to pull your fucking hair out. I've managed to make it 7 years, and I still want to yank my motherfucking hair out every time I wake up, okay?
Well, not just with that, then that's a good point. And recently we just had this happen, where we had hired somebody because they're like, oh, I can do that job. I used to do it. I used to do management. I used to do this. They didn't even last 2 weeks.
Nope.
I wouldn't think they lasted 3 days. And they were already fired. Or they quit.
You want to know what it's like to be a restaurant worker? Let me go ahead and set you a little stage, okay? Take your motherfucking ass to your motherfucking kitchen and turn that oven and the stove on. Turn on your toaster oven, whatever else produces heat, and just stand right in front of it for 8 hours and see how hot you are. See how drained you are and how physically and mentally exhausted you are after people asked you 20,000 idiotic questions that go nowhere. Okay, now, Randy Suarez, I never was a big believer of the customers always right when they're totally wrong nowadays. Thank you. You're the first one that's actually said it that has not been an asshole about it, because we just that mantra is outdated, and that was back in the freaking 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s when it might have been right, but nowadays in today's society it's not right, because all they want is free food and something for nothing.
Now Ducky says, I used to work at Walmart. I was new and I worked the overnight.
I've learned how bad it can be when customers think because you work there, you instantly must know everything. Yeah, they automatically are like, oh, well, then you should know about this or you should know about that. Man, let me tell you something. If I know about it, it's because I took my ass out there and researched the shit. Yeah. That would be the only reason I know about it. And let me let y'all in on a little tidbit of information. When I took my serve safe to become a manager, you know half the shit they had me study wasn't even on the fucking test. They had shit on the test that you didn't even study.
Yeah. I've looked through this. Matter of fact, before I went to the restaurant we're at together, like I said, y'all, I worked at a Sonic. I actually sat down with the manager that I had at the time, and him and his wife, we actually went through the Safe Surf book, and like I was studying it with them to help him, and which he got his, but it was still the point of half the stuff you read in that book is not on that test.
And it's not just a book nowadays. They give you a practice test that's on the laptop so you can practice and study up. But again, none of the stuff that you practice is on the test. They asked you questions that ain't even fucking related to fast food, but you got to answer it because that's what you're going into as management.
And see, now when I was doing what we would call the management training, for me, when I was doing a manager and training deal at the one store that we used to be at, a lot of the stuff that I was doing that was on laptop or my tablet, because you get on the internet and do through our company, some of what was there wasn't actually what we had in place.
Okay, I used to work at the convention center. Okay, Randy, what convention center was that? Where is that exactly located? Because I know a bunch of convention centers, and I don't want to put it out there like that. But which convention center was it, Randy Suarez? Let us know.
Because like if you be on security, especially at a convention center, like okay.
I still remember one incident. A guy literally poured a cup of coffee on the floor on purpose. Expect me to clean it up. Man, people like that are sorry. They're sorry as hell because all they're trying to do is get a rise out of you to make you mad so you'll do something. That's all he wanted was a reaction out of you.
Yeah.
And people like that piss me off more than anything because they already know that they're doing wrong. And they're going to do it more just to get you pissed off so they feel better.
See, I was like, okay, we had a customer. In our front lobby, we had a drink machine. Right now, our drink machine is down. We can't use it. So, when you come in and order, we have to run all the way back to the drive-thru window and use that drink machine to make your drinks. I've had customers get mad, like, why can't you give us the cups and we get it ourselves? It's not working. It has a sign on it states that it's not working. And we've had somebody come in, well, I want a glass of, can I get a water? All right, we go back here and get it. And they get mad and they will pour it out on the floor, pour it in the trash can, and then try to get a drink from a drink machine that don't even work.
Okay, guys. Can I get a cup of water and go put soda in it thing is played out. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
It really is.
And here's another tip for you. Stop fucking prank calling restaurants. That shit doesn't do no good.
Very true, because I know in one day, a shift, matter of fact, I think that we worked together, there was 6 to 8 prank phone calls during our most busiest time. And that makes it hard, especially when you have rushes and you're not able to stop and answer that phone. Like, we have drive-thru wrapped around the whole building, plus the lobby is full of people. We don't have time to deal with prank calls.
Prank calls are nothing but a waste of my time and your time because you're calling my store trying to play a joke, and I'm already on to the joke before I ever answer the phone because guess what? You call under private number.
Not all of them. We've actually had some that will call under their own number, not thinking. And we can go, well, I know you called from this number because it's on our caller ID. But now, get back to what Randy was talking about, like the convention center. If you remember, I don't know if you do or not, the night that we went to my very first concert ever.
Yeah.
No joke, y'all. We had this guy that was sitting, I guess, down in front of us with his son or whatever, and somehow met up with this girl. They were drunk, and she literally starts talking, doing all this.
He didn't have a kid with him, but
no, his kid was a teenager or a little bit older, and he even said that it was his son.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, but not just that. She sat there and pitched a fit after trying to undress herself in front of all millions of people and little children, mind you, at this concert.
Not to mention, I work Black Friday at Walmart. Well, good. That's a shocker, Ducky, because Black Friday's hell at Walmart. I know my dad used to work security, and only security when he done Black Fridays at Walmart. That shit's hell.
Yeah.
Black Friday at Walmart, which is just a nightmare in itself. Yep. I would not wish that amount of stupidity, rudeness, and ignorance upon anyone. Well, unfortunately, Ducky, that is an everyday occurrence in a drive-thru. Okay?
Yeah.
When you go through fast food, if you was to just go in a restaurant and sit in the kitchen and listen to the amount of stupidity, rudeness, and ignorance that spews from the mouths of people on a daily basis, you would really be surprised. When I was a kid growing up, I was like, man, everybody's so smart. What the hell? Why do I seem so stupid? And then you get into fast food, and it's like, wait a minute. I didn't even graduate high school, and I'm smarter than this. How the fuck can you not make a simple order?
And see, and that's what difference. Like, okay, yeah, you didn't graduate high school, but you have more common sense, more etiquette when it comes to, stuff like this.
Well, see, I mean,
and for someone, not saying people who have an education aren't smart, because I know lots of people.
The George R. Convention Center, and it was a janitor at the time before I got into security.
Wow.
Oh, man.
And that's what I was trying to say. If you remember when we were at the concert, the lady, and I don't remember if it was the janitor or if it was the officer, but she sat there and literally poured the beer all over the ground and was like, now be my bitch and clean it up. You don't act that way towards anybody. Just because whether they do janitor work, they do security, or fast food.
Look, I'm about 3 sheets to the wind, and I ain't afraid to admit it on our little podcast here because of this red Solo cup. This is like my 4th or 5th red Solo cup, and she's just on her 3rd one. But
that's your 4th one.
Yeah, and there's just a little bit of the stuff left, and then it's gone. But, you can indulge in an adult beverage on a regular basis and not be retarded about it. And I know that is not the politically correct term, okay?
Please don't out us about it.
But you don't have to be
ignorant, rude, and
you don't have to be an asshole just because you're drinking. Because I can sit here and drink all day long, and you see how I'm talking to you guys. This is how I talk on a regular basis. I don't change who I am just to talk to you guys.
No.
You guys should be well aware of who we are as individuals when we get on this camera, and not have to go, well, are they putting on a front? Is this an act? Is this some bullshit? Because let me tell you right now, I'm 1,000 with you guys. I'm showing y'all every bit of me. That's why when Ducky asked me where we were wanting to go with this, I want to go on a journey. I want to enlighten my mind. I want to not only bring peace to myself, but bring peace to you guys, because I know in this day, in this age, we all need an outlet, and this outlet is starting right here, right now, with this podcast. No. And I know it's glitchy as hell, and y'all are probably catching bits and pieces of it, but I'm going to leave the video on the library on our page, so you can go watch the whole thing without the interruptions and stuff if you miss something.
Right.
And we encourage you. We strongly encourage you to go and watch it if you missed anything.
And check out everything that's on our channel.
Yes, by all means, check out all the videos. I know Ducky and Randy Suarez, both of you guys are like our day ones. Y'all been here since we started this thing. And we are very, 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 very appreciative and thankful for both of you guys. Not only that, we're up to 127. We're almost at 130 subs, guys. That is an amazing accomplishment for people who are just starting in YouTube.
Right.
It takes most people 3 months to get over 100. It took us a month and a half to get 130 almost. Okay, so we're so proud of all of our subs. We want you guys to jump on and comment and do whatever it is you guys do, and we will continue to get on here and do what we do for you guys.
Now to interrupt you a little bit, I'm sorry.
You're good.
You're winded. He can talk longer than I can, and it takes me a while to catch my breath. And I have asthma, y'all. With him saying about him drinking or whatever, as well as myself, what he's not letting you know, and it should, he don't sit here and drink on a daily basis. No. Neither do I. It is not that great. It's not that common we drink. It's not something we do. It's every once in a while. It's maybe something.
It's a self-luxury, okay? This is us treating ourselves so we can have a good time and de-stress and relax and get ready for the rest of the week that's coming.
Right, but not just that. This time around, it's a celebration. We are celebrating your new position.
Yes. During Black
job.
Friday, I literally had to break up a fight between a young girl and a 50-year-old man because the 50-year-old man wanted a motorized scooter that the child grabbed, which was the last one. See, that's what nobody ever reveals, okay? And I'm not going to... And he got all butthurt about it. Well, of course he did. But let me go ahead and let some of y'all in on a little tidbit of information that y'all... now, Ducky's probably aware of it because he said he worked at Walmart. But let me tell you something. Big corporations like Walmart and Target and Best Buy and Circuit City and all them name-brand corporations that are out there and do their Black Friday sales, and you see a 55 or a 75-inch TV for $150, guess what? They only got one of them motherfuckers, and you may be lucky enough to get it.
Well, like he was saying about the motorized scooter. Okay, here's my intake on this, and Ducky, you can correct me, but I feel like those motorized scooters are one for the disabled, whether they're elderly, and I have done this because I have actually broke a hip, a leg, to where I had to hold on.
Hold on a second. I understand where you're going with this, but you need to also understand at the same time, they're not talking about the motorized scooters that you sit on and go shopping on. He's talking about the motorized scooter like what's sitting out here.
Like for the kids?
Yes.
I know. Hold on.
But that's not for handicapped people.
Hold on. You can let me get where I was going with this. That how did Fluffy put it?
Y'all feeling fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's only because tonight we're celebrating his new job position, and we don't get to do this often. I think the last time we did this, we did it for our 1-year anniversary, and that was back in July, the beginning of July.
Yeah. Right. June, July, something like that.
We have been together now a little over a year.
Yeah. Just a little over a year.
To the point we're not just dating anymore. We're planning on getting married. The big love. But what I was saying is, like, motorized scooters that are for like the elderly or the disabled, someone who's broke a bone, they can't walk. I mean, let them have it. Don't get butthurt about it and just take it. But then when you come across items that you want, like the toys, motorized scooters, the TVs and stuff, and I will say this, I understand that you might want those or whatever, but take into consideration first come, first serve, as well as, is it going to fit in your cart?
Well, I mean, we kind of got a little sidetracked because we're doing, we're talking about
fast food in Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, you know,
customer service in general. I mean,
customer service in general is a pain in the ass because dealing with the public. And before I even finish that thought, let me say this. I'm a complete fucking alien, y'all. I'm not the mutated alien. I'm the little green guy that you saw way back in the old fucking movies. Yeah, the cat tore your shirt up a little bit.
My brand new shit.
That's not your brand new one.
This is the one.
The brand new one's in the bedroom.
This is the other brand new one.
But anyway, you know, when you have to deal with the public, And me being a complete fucking alien, I really feel in my heart of hearts I don't belong on this planet because I don't get along with 85% of the people that I meet.
That, and you have the weirdest immune system in this world. I swear he does.
It takes forever for me to get sick, and when I get sick, might get sick once a year. Once a year. And that's so sick that I can't get up and go to work sick.
And since I've been with him, that's only happened once. Maybe twice.
I was sick, but I still went to work.
Yeah, one of them, yeah, he was sick and he didn't go to work. The other, yeah, it was so bad he couldn't even get out of bed. And bless his heart, that for someone who has a significant other in any aspect, you understand when they get sick and you have to really take care of them. They don't get sick like that often.
Guys, I do get sick. I'm not that impervious to illness,
no.
But it was a toy scooter in the toy section. So see, no, that's not acceptable at all for an elderly man to be trying to take it. I don't care if it's for you damn grandkids or not. First come, first served. Black Friday's Black Friday, and you know a lot of corporations look at Black Friday as, oh yay, we're coming out of the red and going into the black, which means they're coming out of debt and getting into the good side.
Right.
But even for us as consumers, Black Friday is hell day. Because if you don't participate in the Black Friday sales, which I'm not ashamed to admit, I don't.
Neither do I. Not anymore.
I don't even do Cyber Mondays, okay?
No.
I don't fucking participate in that shit because that promotes some things that I'm not with, like the you taking from kids and taking from elderly people,
right,
that may or may not need it. I don't know. I can't judge you, and I'm not judging you for what you're doing. But at the same time, you should know you can't really be taking toys from a kid. That's just not how things are done nowadays.
Here was my experience with the Black Friday. Now, mind you, my children were little, and I don't really do Black Friday shopping. I never have. Now, my mom and my grandmother and aunt and different ones in my family, they do those kind of things. And one of my ex's moms work at Walmart, and she even used to shop Black Friday. I will not. I will not do it. But when I actually did go to like Walmart one Black Friday, and I didn't realize that it was really Black Friday, I went to buy groceries for my family to get us through.
And was getting your ass run over.
I was like, I had a lady and a gentleman try to fight me over food that I was purchasing for my children, and my children were with me. Mind you, I have one in the buggy, one in front of me, and one strapped to my chest at this point, okay? I was a mother of 3. Their dad was always working. It was hard trying to grocery shop, and I have customers going, you can't buy that, you can't touch this, and snatch the stuff that I was putting into my buggy for my family. It is hell trying to, and I will not. If I have to grocery shop on that day, I will go to a local grocery store, or I will just wait until the weekend is over to grocery shop. Or I'll go in advance, because that's just...
I'll go shopping on Saturday. I'll go shopping on Thursday. I will not go shopping on Black Friday, period.
Now, this past Thanksgiving, around Black Friday, now, granted, we actually went and did our shopping, the week before?
Yes.
To refused. And we actually had people ask, well, why don't y'all go shopping? I will do it online.
Black Friday, my ass will stay at the house. I will shop online if necessary, or I will order in. But I am not going out to shop, period, on Black Friday. Fuck Black Friday. Black Friday is hell day, and I'm not doing it.
And for restaurants, and I will say this because of working in the restaurant business.
Dude, okay.
It is rough because...
Aside from our store, I worked at a restaurant that was on a Black Friday, okay? And you know... and I ain't even scared to put this restaurant on blast. It was Hardee's, okay? I was at Hardee's. This place opens up at 6 a.m. for breakfast. On Black Friday, they had us in there at 4:30 serving food and wanted us to work more than a 12-hour shift. When it comes to Black Friday, I'd rather shop online.
So I won't have to deal with all of those hectic people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's much safer to shop online and have your shit brought straight to your car. Or if you go to the store and pick it up, or have it shipped straight to your front door. Look, I went, and I ain't scared to say this, when I got my stimulus check in from this whole pandemic shit, I took about $100, and that's minuscule compared to what some people went and done with their money. I took $100 and I went on Wish.com and I ordered a whole bunch of shit, okay? And I'm not talking expensive stuff. The most expensive thing I ordered was like $40 and it was a damn comforter set, okay? So I went on there and I ordered some cheap shit that I wanted. And I took the rest of my money and I paid up my bills and I got ahead on a bunch of stuff. That way I was able to be comfortable without having to stress during this whole pandemic.
With that being said, see, now when I got mine, and I'm not joking, y'all, I took about $300. I went to our favorite grocery store and literally spent $300 and bought 2.5 months worth of groceries.
After working Black Friday and even Walmart stocking in general, I have a whole new respect and outlook for the employees and what they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Well, that's good. I'm glad you do, Ducky, but what we're trying to accomplish is we need everybody out here in this big, wide, mellow verse that we live in.
Yeah.
I'm needing everybody to understand that it is not just a fly-by-night, easy money job to go work in fast food. Fast food is not an easy job. It is by far... Okay, but let me put it to you like this. I want you guys to realize that 85% of employees that work in fast food, bless you.
Sorry, y'all.
Are not only halfway, if not completely, batshit crazy.
No joke.
They're potheads, okay? And they're forced to do pot because y'all motherfuckers drive our damn nerves so bad through the damn roof. We want to just fucking quit on the first day.
With that being said, now some of our coworkers, we all have our little saying or our little joke with each other. Because we'll have a moment where customers are just so freaking downright rude.
And disrespectful.
I mean, to the point where we feel this big. And it's not our fault, but y'all make us feel this big. We will look at each other and go, I quit. I'll be back tomorrow. And that's how we feel. Like, that moment has us feeling like we're pieces of shit. When in the actuality, we're not the ones that caused the problem, that customer was. But then again, now we have one, and I will put her on blast because this is our hilarious joke, and it keeps her going. She will whine about customers' attitudes right along with the rest of us to each other, to the point we will literally grab, whether it's a cup this size or just a little bitty cup, and go, here's your cheese. Would you like some cheese with your wine? Just our joke. She can come in and we'll be like, oh, you were supposed to be here 5 hours ago. What happened to you? Just to get ourselves going, ourselves pumped. Make everybody have a good day.
Okay, here's a little tidbit of information for you guys. Y'all might not realize it, and if y'all don't, I'm sorry. Y'all might not be like we are. But a lot of us that are in the fast food game, not only are we half, if not fully, batshit crazy, we're perverted as hell, okay? We are perverted as hell. You ask for mayonnaise and we're going, man glaze? You want man glaze on what? I mean, come on now. We have to. It's all about being able to bring a sense of humor to your day-to-day bullshit so you can get through the day without going, you're dead, motherfucker. I catch you out in the street and I'm going to stab you in the eye with a fucking pencil and twist it left, right, and pull back towards the left again. Just to see if it fucking hurt, alright? Now we can be some sick, sadistic motherfuckers, but we're not. We're nice to you guys, and we don't spit in your food. We don't put pubes in your food. And for the love of God, we don't sit there and jerk off on your fucking burger, alright? The man glaze is literally mayonnaise that's in a pan. It's not man glaze. Because if we had that much damn time on our hands to do man glaze for every burger, we'd be in trouble, alright?
But not just that.
We're busy. We don't have time to fuck off like that. So please stop the prank calls. There's a pube in my burger. There was some jizz on my burger. Well, get to fucking eating because apparently you put it there, alright?
Well, just like, what was it? Juicy wieners. Come on, where we work
we don't even offer hot dogs, and you're gonna call and say, do y'all serve hot dogs? No. Well, do you not like hot dogs? Yeah, I sure do.
We had a prank call where somebody asked if we sold pussy at our restaurant.
Can I get pussy there? Yep, sure can. Come on.
Down. There's plenty of us, and trust me. Alright, this is what gets people, because there are times, because like I said, we're short-staffed. There's nights where there's like 4 of us, and there should be more than 4 people working that shift. And
okay.
there's not.
Small interjection. The store that is on the opposite side of the town that we're on, because we're on one side and Paul Huff is on the other side.
Right.
Okay. It takes 15 people to run their store where we do it with 4.
Right. And that's what I was going to say. Is we run, which we do, and I will say this about our store and our crew members. We do an amazing job for what we do.
For what we get paid and the bullshit we put up with, you won't find a harder working crew than what we got.
That's for damn sure.
And I ain't trying to toot my own horn here, but I'm telling you right now, every crew that I've ever put together has been one of the hardest fucking working crews in my store, because they all respect me, because I'll get out there and I'll do 110% to their 100%. And I won't ask them to do nothing I wouldn't do my damn self.
And that's true. I have gotten where I've adapted. And I'll put it to you like this, because a lot of people don't know this, but I'll go ahead and put it out there. Like I said, Mello and I have known each other and been together for a year. We've actually known each other for more than a year, but we've been together for a year. He has been my manager from the get-go. Yes, when I first started, I was supposed to be shift lead, and got with you, that knocked me out of my position, but I don't care. I love it anyway. I have adapted to the point, I see how he works, and I've worked in some of the other places, and I have my own way of doing things and working, and putting my foot forward and working my hardest. But when it comes to certain things in our store, I try to do the what we call the Jason or the Teresa or whoever is in charge day, because we have so many different managers there, method to that day, whoever is on shift that night. Mello's night, when I'm working with him, I do a Mello moment and try to work his standard. It's hard sometimes to put.
Look. When I say I'm an alien and I operate on a different level than most people, I'm held to a different standard at my job because of my work ethic.
Right. And it's hard because now when
I got my stimulus check, I have it. I'm getting a new laptop since the old one was messing up, but I also got some flowers for a person that I really like. Aw, that's sweet. That's sweet, Randy. That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta show them people you love that little special something that they don't get every day.
See, that's what you
and the stimulus check thing and going and getting the laptop, I'm right there with you, because if not, I wouldn't be sitting here doing YouTube and talking to you and Just Ducky and talking to all these amazing people that sub to our channel, and we wouldn't be able to do what we do if it wasn't for that, okay? We completely, we were right there with you, man.
Because I know a lot of what we did with our stimulus money is, I got something that we needed, okay, granted, and people are going to laugh at this, but our bed broke. It was poorly made when we got it, and
Well, it wasn't poorly made. It was just old when we got it.
Well, well, that too. It was old. It was kind of like almost like an antique type bed. It was old and it was poorly made. So it kind of caved, like the box springs and everything just collapsed, and we had to toss it. So I had to go buy a brand new one.
And before that, I had to make sure that my bills was paid, which they were. The same priority before pleasure. Yes.
And that's what we do. Like
it's business before pleasure, my friend, and I wholeheartedly agree. When we got stimulus money in to make up for what we wasn't able to go make on our 9-to-5 grind, that's when I decided, and I sat down and I talked to Sassy about it, and I was like, let's do YouTube. I know we're not going to make any money off of it, but this is an investment in us, and in the long run, we will eventually start making money off of this. Is that the goal? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. We're not necessarily out here trying to make money off of YouTube. We are on here because, I'm a little out there. Like I said multiple times in this podcast, I'm an alien, and I have a whole lot of mental issues that I'm dealing with, and I do a very, 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 very good job at dealing with them without acting like I'm just 20 miles out there. Okay.
We both deal with mental issues. But see, when we discuss
this is like an outlet for me. I can get on here and I can just sit here and ramble. Like we've been on live with this podcast since we came back for an hour and 6 minutes, and before that it was an hour and a half. So we've been on for a total of about 2 hours and 40 minutes doing our live broadcast mixed with our podcast. And again, for the 3 that are watching, we already got your opinion, Ducky. We know you want it. Randy, you let us know if you want a podcast, because we're going to try to get a podcast started. It's going to take us just a little bit. It might be about 4 weeks or so before we have all the proper equipment, but we are going to try to get everything going so we can get that going. I understand that I have heard more than once that people say you only work fast food because you can't get a real job, or anyone can do fast food when these people haven't got a clue what goes on. Exactly. Okay. Not anyone can have a fast food job. Or the one I hear the most, it's easy. It's just flipping burgers. Okay. No, it's not easy. It's not just flipping burgers. But before I get to that point, let me backpedal just a second. Go ahead and finish the thought that I had going before I seen that comment. Okay. It's not that you only work fast food because you can't get another job, or you can't get a job in some other field, because trust me, before I went into fast food, I ran a 5-color inline 185 by 147, I think it was, something like that. Anyway, it was 185 inches by 145 inches long press, okay, screen printing. I know, I've been in industrial work, I've been in fast food, I've been in all kinds of different types of work. Do I like fast food? I like the pace.
Right.
I can do production work.
Yep.
But I'm not going to go work for a company like one of the big companies here in our town. It's called M&M Mars. I'm sure you know of that place. They do the M&Ms for every fucking body all over the world.
And all that shit. Yeah.
Okay. I was working there as a temp, and I would go to work and they would send me right back home because all the people that were there before me came first. So the new guy got sent home and got fucked in the long run, okay? Now, could I keep up? You damn straight I could keep up. I could outrun half of them. Because trust me, when this man said he an alien, he a motherfucking alien. I could be in 3 places at once and you not even fucking realize it.
Now, I've also worked industry work. Like, one of my jobs, I literally sat down and put together surgical medical kits that we use in hospitals today. I worked for a big company. It was Air International at the time, and they went out of business, or they went overseas or something like that. And so we all got laid off. With that, I went to another company, and you can go to Walmart and different places. Let me tell you, you can flip over a cup, and on the bottom it will say Technomark. Like, we found products, what was it, clothes hangers and our Tide products. I've been there. I helped make those Estee Lauder Clinique jars, the screen print that's on them. And I will admit this because it's hilarious. I used to be a certified tampon inspector. Yes, guys, a certified tampon inspector for females and males.
Can you believe that? Female and male tampons?
The man-pons and the tampons for females, yes. I sat there and worked a 12-hour shift every single day. And I don't mean 4 days a week. I'm talking like you might get 2 days off a week. Okay? And that would be sometime during the week, maybe a weekend, just depending on when they gave you a time off. But being in the fast food, I like the fast pace that it gives. And it's not as easy as people think. It's just flipping burgers. You've got more to it. Like he was saying earlier,
a grill guy is not just a grill guy. A grill guy has to take care of the hamburger meat, take care of the chicken, take care of ice for the drive-through person, make sure that there's chili, make sure there's water in the chili well, make sure that everything that you need for essential running is there and done and down. Nuggets, potatoes, chicken, fries, you name it. If the grill guy has a spare 20 seconds, they expect that spare 20 seconds to be filled with busy work. Like, okay, what do you need? You need hamburger meat, you're dropping hamburger meat down. You need chicken, okay, you're dropping crispy chickens, or you're dropping spicy or home styles or grilled. You're constantly doing
in the oven, or
you're constantly doing something. You're not just standing around doing nothing. And at that moment where you get that, okay, there's absolutely nothing I can do, you're sitting there looking for something to do, because you can't just stand there. You cannot be normal and work fast food, okay?
No.
You have to have a particular attitude, you have to have a particular mindset, and you have to have a particular work ethic. You cannot come in there and go, well, this is just a paycheck, because if it's just a paycheck, you can just get to stepping.
Yeah, because you're not going to make it in the industry. Really, you're not. Because I know, as a person that done drive-through, that has done from register, I've also sandwich maker, as well as the grillman, because I am a grillman as well.
Well,
a grill lady. And for a grill person, you also have a moment where you have to go around and go, okay, what do I need to restock? When that's being said, you sometimes have a backup, which is usually the front register person steps up to the grillman's place. It has to run front register, fries, nuggets, grill, drop the chicken, drop the burgers, the whole 9 yards. The sandwich person does the same thing. If the front cashier has people, that sandwich person has to maintain the grill as well as sandwiches. If the grill person is restocking all the meat, restocking all the chicken, the fries and nuggets for us, because the cashier at the front, at the end of the day, to be honest, our job ain't just standing there at the cashier, the register to take your order. We also jump in and we drop fries, we drop nuggets. If the grillman can't drop the chicken, we drop the chicken for him, pull it up. We help run trash out, clean, and that is a big thing. Please, people, if you do not keep your house a mess, please don't keep where you eat a mess at the restaurant. And another one, the bathrooms. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I've gone in.
Okay, this is from one guy to all you other males out there. How the fuck do you go in a bathroom and take a piss and piss everywhere but in the fucking toilet, okay? And second off, unless you're pressing your ass against the wall, there shouldn't be shit nowhere but inside the toilet, not on the side, down the side, on the back, on the wall, in the floor.
Oh my God, I know. And I've had to do it many times where I've gone in, not just the gentleman's bathroom, but even in the ladies' bathroom.
Okay, with that being said, I've walked into a women's bathroom where they took a bloody fucking tampon and slung it against the fucking wall because they thought it was fucking funny.
And it's not.
That's disgusting.
And people don't realize, okay, that's germs, that's diseases that you're giving to people that don't deserve those. I have to go in there, and when I say suit up, I literally mean suit up, like gloves, cleaning supplies, like The whole 9 yards. I'm sorry, one, I don't want to have to go in there and clean your shit off the walls, off the floor, your piss off the floor, your vomit.
Well, let me say this.
But I knew it.
Well, let me say this before you go any further. You know them Germans at fucking Volkswagen are nasty as shit, right?
Yes.
And I mean straight up, god awful, what the fuck nasty. Because I knew somebody that was a janitor at Volkswagen here in Chattanooga. And he said that them motherfuckers in the corporate office will go in there and just wipe shit on the wall with their bare hands. Yeah. To be funny. And that's not funny. That's disgusting. That's gross. That's not what people should be doing.
Right.
Period.
I mean... Ugh.
If that's the best you've got to do with your life, find something else. Expand your mind. Do something. Do some self
searching.
Yeah, search your inner self and see if that's really what you should be doing. Because do you really and honestly in your heart of hearts believe that somebody wants to go in that bathroom and clean your shit off the fucking wall because you thought it was funny? No. Matter of fact, when that person walks in there, they much rather stab you in the eye with a fucking soldering iron and watch you flop around on the ground like a fish out of a fucking water bowl, okay? Okay? You guys got to understand something, alright? It doesn't matter whether you're a janitor, a security guard, a fast food worker. There is etiquette.
But, I mean, I've even gone into a hospital. And I understand there's bedpans, all that stuff. I get all this. But even a patient, whether you're even not just in the hospital, but even in a restaurant or Walmart or wherever, you don't go into a bathroom and just throw toilet paper everywhere. You don't have, like you said, bloody tampons. You don't wipe shit everywhere, vomit everywhere. I know accidents happen. I get that because, I mean, daggone, I myself have had an incident and I felt bad, and you've been with me where I accidentally threw up trying to get to the restroom because I got so sick because I had to have gallbladder surgery that it ruptured while I was at work. And I couldn't make it to the bathroom to vomit. But I tried to clean up my own mess. I'm not going to sit there and expect the worker to do it. I'm going to do it myself. Be kind and courteous. If you're not able to, that's understandable. But at least go and say, hey, look, I'm sorry I had an accident. You might want to go clean the restroom or whatever. Let somebody know.
That's okay, but don't come and act like it ain't nothing when you walk into the bathroom and it looks like a fucking murder scene, okay? That's just no.
And another thing is, okay, on top of the front cashier who has to not just do the fries and nuggets or take your order and deal with these rude customers, don't come to them and be disrespectful because they don't always have time to go in and check, make sure there's toilet paper or paper towels for you to wipe your hands with. Say, hey, when you get a moment, the ladies' room or the gentleman's room don't have paper towels or don't have toilet paper, or hey, it's a little bit of a mess, you might want to go check it out. Kind of let them know. I just recently had a customer that come to me and go, ma'am, I understand you're very busy at the moment, but when you get a second, could you please put some, some toilet paper or something, I can't remember, or some hand soap in the bathroom, because it ran out. Just thought I would let you know for the future. I thanked the lady because she was so kind and considerate. And the moment I had that 3 second, I was able to go take care of that situation.
Look, you guys see us on here on a regular basis. Y'all know how we are. We're not rude. We're not mean. We're not out to hurt nobody. We're not out to get nobody, okay? For the most part, a lot of your fast food workers are there to just get a paycheck, okay? And a paycheck is a paycheck. It pays your bills. It does what you need it to do for the most part, okay? Yes, it can be more money because trust and believe, do we get paid enough? Hell fucking no, we don't get paid enough.
I don't make
But we
enough.
continue. This is what y'all are failing to realize, guys. We continue on a daily basis to drag our asses out of motherfucking bed and go into a little rinky-dink restaurant and get disrespected by people who think they know better than us and they can do our job better than we can. But if you was to actually put them in our shoes, they couldn't do it. They can't do it, guys. They're used to being out in a factory and doing that kind of work and doing production work. You're not used to being around people that are so fucking picky about what they eat. You would much rather look them in the face and say, well, if you don't like it, go fix it at your own fucking house. Because we can't never get it right.
Not just that. Not just those kinds of jobs. You've got people out there that expects everything, the whole world, to hand them everything they get. Or they're used to mommy and daddy because they're rich. Just get whatever they want. They don't understand what it is to work in our line of work. And not being disrespectful or rude, and this is the most you'll ever hear me talk hardly, it's... Our kind of work is not easy. It takes a lot of guts for all of us to get up out of bed every day, put a smile on our face, and go, I'm going to make... Because you never know. You might make a difference in somebody's life. Somebody might come in there and have a bad day, or you might be having a bad day and they give you a new outlook on life. Or we go, you know what? I understand your situation, and you have something to say to them, and you turn their life around. I mean, it's not easy. We can't just stand there and talk all the time, and we have a few customers that think we can.
Look, guys, let me let you in on a little tidbit. First off, Ducky, yes, it's called being a decent human being, and no, it does not seem to be common nowadays. It is few and far between that you find somebody that is a decent human being. And I agree with you. I don't understand how it is so hard for somebody to be a decent human being, because it's not that hard to sit here and go, you know what, I got a couple extra dollars. This guy's sitting here and he needs some food. Here's you a couple extra dollars because I got it in my pocket. You can ask Sassy. She's seen me do it. I've come out of a gas station with money in my hand, and somebody come up to me and say, hey man, I need just a little bit of money to get some food. And I'll hand them what's in my hand. I might not actually be able to afford to let that go, but I do because somebody else needs it more than I do.
See, what we get paid, and I will say this, in today's society, like, before me and Mello ever got together, I used to be a stay-at-home mom, okay? My children's father was the only sole provider in our family, okay? So, I didn't have to work. When I was no longer with their dad, I became the sole provider for my children, and I worked. I've learned sometimes, like for our family, it takes both of our incomes to make it nowadays, because my tiny little paycheck, it barely covers part of my bills that's here.
Look, you want me to break it down to you guys in a way that might be a little more understandable, okay?
You're right, Ducky. It is called common sense.
No, that isn't common nowadays.
It's not.
Some people nowadays don't have enough sense to even pay a fucking attention, okay? That's just how it is. They don't have enough sense to pay a fucking attention. But what I was getting at is, if you want me to break it down for you into some numbers that are understandable, okay. Let's say, for instance, last week I didn't even pull a full 40 hours. I got almost 40. I was at 39.58.
I had like 26.
And that's not the paycheck that I'm getting this week. Paycheck I'm getting this week is going to be for 43 hours. But what I'm getting at is, if you just barely hit full-time pay, which is 40 hours, okay? A 40-hour paycheck for me, which I make more than Sassy does.
Yeah, considerably.
Well, I wouldn't say considerably, but it is more. Because I am management.
Right.
If I don't even clear 40 hours a week, I don't even bring $400 a week home. Now, that might be, oh wow, that's $400. That's a lot of money. No. Stop your tracks right there. Stop and think. As a responsible adult, you're going, okay, I made $400. I've got to take 110 of that and pay my rent. I've got to take 70 more of that and pay my internet bill. I've got to take more of that and pay this bill. Okay, by the time it's all said and done, you've got maybe $50 to put gas in your car, get your groceries for the week, and if you smoke cigarettes, get your cigarettes. And let me tell you something, the cheapest carton of cigarettes in my state is $30.
Yeah.
And that ain't fucking cheap.
No, it really isn't.
And that's why you see me doing this. I'm trying to quit damn smoking cigarettes because I can't afford it.
That's why you see vape smoke everywhere.
But anyway, Randy, let's see. That reminds me of an incident that happened to me when I was volunteering at a anime convention in 2008. Props to you, bro! Whoa! Props to you! I'd love to go to an anime thing.
Yeah,
let's just say they banned that convention for that convention center because of what people did. Yes. Now that I don't doubt in one little spot in the back of my brain. I don't doubt that one bit because people are so inconsiderate and immature nowadays that they would much rather spell some fucked up name on a wall in the bathroom out of shit or with a bloody tampon and think it's a damn joke when that could get somebody seriously hurt. And I'm not saying that because it's indecent, but it is indecent. But that's not just indecent, that's indecent, nasty, gross. You're putting people's lives in danger. Whether you believe it or not, you are putting germs on the wall for people to contract. And that is nasty. You just don't do that. And for it to ban an entire convention from a convention center, that's fucking saying something, okay?
Right. And
look, I'm a nerd just as much as the next. Y'all see the background right here. It's the Mandalorian, Rick and Morty. Okay?
Yoda!
Yeah, it's
baby
got the
Morty!
little Morty's the baby Yoda. Yeah, it's the Mandalorian, Rick and Morty.
Oh
we
God.
do like our anime around here, and
yes.
I would kill to go to an anime fest. Okay? Just to fucking intermingle with people like me, because I'm so fucking. Believe it or not, guys, I feel so uncomfortable in everyday life because I feel like I don't belong around these people. I'm on some level that I don't understand why people are the way they are, but I'm trying to make sense of it, and there's no sense to be made of it. So that's one reason why we decided to do this podcast. And congratulations, guys! This has been an hour and a half of nothing but a podcast, and us talking to you guys and answering when y'all chime in, and we love it, guys. We love it when you comment, so we can take off with another talking point, because sometimes it just seems like endless rambling, but we really enjoy you guys being here with us and talking with us and enjoying the conversation and putting y'all's 2 cents into. We really appreciate it. It really helps keep everything going and flowing around here. And it hasn't showed us that there's been that many views, but when we looked at the last one that was over an hour long, we had about 32 people that kind of randomly popped in and out of the podcast or the live stream. And that's all appreciated, and we appreciate everybody that stops by and drops their comments and whatnot. And we're always going to be here for you guys. And I don't care. We're doing another podcast. Screw it. Ducky, you got another one coming. It won't be till next week, but you got one coming, damn it.
yeah. So now we've got to just think of the name of the podcast. Or the topic that we want to discuss. This topic.
We went with fast food podcast because this is what we do for a living, guys.
Not just that.
No, that's why I called this episode fast food podcast.
But what I was going to say,
this is what we do for a living. I'm trying to make people more aware of what's going on in a fast food restaurant when they come by and order. So, we do get the attitude, we do get the aggravation. But maybe some people, the few and far between that drop in on this podcast, have heard what we've said, and maybe it'll change the way they act when they go through a drive-through. But I'm doing it mainly, this one in particular, mainly because people need to be aware of what's going on behind the scenes. So when they're standing out there in the lobby, or they're sitting out in their car and they're sitting there bitching like, oh my God, it's taking forever. Well, let me tell you something. It takes 4 to 5 minutes to cook hamburger meat. It takes 6 minutes to cook chicken. Unless it's grilled chicken, then it takes 12 minutes. So you want to sit there and bitch because you have to sit in your car? Then get the fuck over it and go somewhere else, because we're doing the best we can.
Not just that. Okay, we have potatoes. And I've heard this time and time again over customers bitch because it takes an hour to cook a potato. Okay? If we sit here and go, okay, hey, to the grill person, we got 4 potatoes left, you might want to go drop 8 more in. Okay, from that moment we tell them, and they actually get them in, it takes an hour. So during that time, the front register person, as well as the drive-thru person, has to understand, okay, we have 4 potatoes for an hour. Make them stretch. Once they're gone, they're gone. And we have customers that will bitch. Well, how long does it freaking take? It takes an hour. It literally takes an hour. And we can't help it. We can't speed the process up. Do you want raw food? Do you want undercooked food?
Now, with potatoes, that's not entirely true. We can speed it up. But I don't want to hear you bitch because the outside of it's tough as hell, because we had to throw it in the goddamn microwave for 15 minutes, so you got your potato in 15 minutes instead of an hour. And for a really good potato, if you're going to bake it, it takes an hour to bake it, 350, okay? Y'all guys got to understand this. It's a convection oven, in a sense. In a sense, it's a convection oven, okay? It's an industrial-sized convection oven. Which means when you throw your product in there, yes, it has heat, but it has a fan in there that's blowing that heat, trying to supercharge it so you guys can get your food when you want it. We cannot help that the fastest a convection oven can cook a potato is an hour.
Right. Even though you throw it, let's say we have to throw it in the microwave, okay? Again, it's hot back there when you're with the ovens and the fryers and the grills and the bun toaster ovens and everything like that. You throw it in the microwave, that potato's going to come out chewy. At least to me. I don't know about everybody else, but to me it tastes chewy.
When she says hot, this year's not been as hot as last year.
Ooh, God,
last year, where we're working, in the store that we're working at, it actually reached 117 degrees. 120 degrees. It was hot.
The air conditioner broke. And
the air conditioner had a crack in the condenser. Nobody knew it. We told the owner about it, and the owner dragged ass for however fucking long. I think it was almost winter time when he got the damn thing fixed, and by then we didn't even need the motherfucker. We needed heat. Yeah. So when we say that it's hot at our work and we're physically and mentally exhausted when we get home, we're stewing in 100 and something degree heat with a face mask on, trying not to fucking suffocate on our own hot air coming out of our mouths. And you can't say, oh, well, just breathe out your nose, it'll be easier. Just breathe out your nose. Well, guess what, motherfucker?
Some of us can't breathe out our nose.
Guess what, motherfucker? You breathe out your nose. When you breathe back in, guess what? Carbon monoxide's going back in your nose. So try to be a smart ass to me again, and I'll point it back out to you. But
like I just said, some of us can actually breathe out our nose. I'm one of those who can't. Literally, I cannot.
Ducky said people seem to categorize me in today's generation because I'm 25, but I have never followed society. I am on my own path and have my own beliefs, morals, and values. I know how to be a decent human. Okay. You, Ducky, you're like me. You're an alien. You don't belong here on this earth because we are a totally different generation. We have our own thought process and our own way of doing things, and it doesn't mesh with what people perceive us to be because of our age. Because I'm not gonna fudge it any for you at all, Ducky. I'm 10 years older than you are, okay? I'm 10 years older than you are, and you're a fucking spitting image of me. The way when we've talked and the way we've discussed things, you're just like me. You don't fit in with what they've categorized you as like a Generation X or a whatever. You are an alien just like me. Me and you belong in Area 51, and they should have never let us out.
Well, are you reading what he said next? I will say this. Now that you told him that you are 10 years older than he is, Dougie, I'm old enough to be your mama. Is that tell you anything? He just made me feel old.
Exactly. It's not that difficult to make somebody else have a better day. I mean, good Lord.
A smile goes a long way.
Okay, when I am at work or I am going into a store, I carry this mannerism no matter whether I'm on the employee side of the counter or the customer side of the counter, because I know what it's like to be in that kind of industry. I know what it's like to deal with people like me who are off kilter and could snap at any point over any stupid thing, okay? So when I go into a store or I go into a restaurant, and Sassy's even looked at me and she's like, I'm not used to that from you. When I interact with the cashier, I'm like, how are you, sweetie? And then I'll give her my order and I'm like, thank you, sweetie, and I'll step off to the side like I'm supposed to. But the whole time, it's been a pleasant experience. I've not been out of the way. I've not been mean. I've not been rude. I'm constantly, oh, it's okay. I know I work in this stuff. I know how it goes. Because guess what? If it were not for the ones that could sit here and go, you know what? I've been there. I've done that. I know what you're going through. It's cool. I understand. Take your time. When you're ready, you're ready. It's all good. I'm not in that big of a rush. Okay? Nowadays it's go go, and when you can't go anymore, then it's okay. Now you're intruding my life. You're bothering my progression. When it's not us bothering your progression, it's you bothering your progression because you wanted to sit here and be complicated and difficult instead of just being straight and to the point. And unless you're allergic to something, sitting there telling people to take tomato and lettuce and this, that, and another off of a fucking burger, why can't you pitch that shit out for the birds to eat? Is it that hard to go, oh, I don't like tomato, plunk? Because guess what? That's what my ass had to do as a kid, because my parents didn't care whether I liked it or not. They got it how it came, and you picked off what you didn't want to fucking eat.
Now, that's like you were just saying, unless you were allergic to the food. That is hard for me and Mello when we go out to eat. Because of this. Alright, which again, before I can tell you the story, to touch base on what you just said, like, I'm not used to his mannerism like that out in public, because when we first met, it was through our job. But I was also working another job, and when I say I was working 2 jobs, I would be at work by 5 a.m., got off at 3, went back to the job that we work at together at 4, and then get off till 1:30 in the morning. Okay? Yes, I work. He actually came to my first job and ordered food and was so polite. What he did not realize, because he didn't know I went by my first and middle name at the time, and he was so polite to me, and I was actually wound up being the car hop that brought him his food. It was hilarious. And he was like, well, at least I got you. It was a fun experience because I'm not used to that. But being with that, we go places like, let's see, we've gone to, what was it, Applebee's or somewhere, or a Mexican restaurant. I forgot where we went.
It was a Mexican restaurant.
I'm highly allergic to cornmeal. Now, y'all can laugh at me. I'll laugh with you because when I was younger, I didn't have that problem.
First off, corn's in every motherfucking thing, okay? Every motherfucking thing is made with corn.
We literally have to look at drinks, the content in drinks, or the alcohol that we get rarely.
Yeah, she can't even have motherfucking moonshine, y'all. That's corn whiskey, and she get all fucked up on that shit. I'm talking like go to the hospital fucked up.
Yeah, my tongue will swell, my throat will close up, I can't breathe, and I will die. But with that being said, like, we searched all the stuff. I hate to be one of the customers that have to be picky and be like, look, can you keep this off? Or if you touch my food, can you make sure you change your gloves because I am highly allergic. I will die from this. But then again, I'm also one of the ones that's going to sit here and go, let's not eat out. I'll make food at home.
Look, I love cooking. Okay, my mama taught me at the age of 7 how to cook, and I've been cooking ever since. I even got somebody that don't like to eat turkey. Alright, I know how to cook.
Oh yes, baby.
I can cook a
turkey.
turkey.
I hate me some turkey.
I can cook a ham.
But
I
he
can
cooks
cook
me
a
some
hog.
turkey.
It don't matter what it is, by God, I can cook it. I'm fucking modern day Chef Boyardee. I can even make food from a fast food restaurant taste good.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's not me tooting my own horn. That's how I was raised. I was raised that when you came home to a home-cooked meal, and it was enough to feed a motherfucking army, y'all. I'm not talking 1, 2, 3 people. I'm talking half the fucking neighborhood come goddamn eat, and they'd still be leftovers.
Yeah.
That's how I was raised. You cooked a meal that stuck to your ribs, because if not, your motherfucking ass go hungry.
Well, see, just like now, you know, you and I have the hard time, okay, y'all. So, like I said, I'm allergic to corn. When we grocery shop, mind you, I have a specific diet that I have to stick to because when my gallbladder ruptured.
Hey, well, hold on. Before you even get any further into that, I want to do a little sidebar real quick so he doesn't feel like we're ignoring him. Randy, that shit is nasty. That is sad that motherfuckers do that shit, especially not only in a convention center but in a hotel. That's fucking retarded, man. There's no reason anybody should act that way out in public. I feel, okay, people my age, and I kind of dated myself a little bit when I told Ducky that I was 10 years older than him. So if you go through the comments, you'll figure out how old I am, alright? But...
and in fact that I'm old enough to be his mama.
But, with that being said, you know, I was raised that you act in public the way you would act at your home. Because if you won't do that at your home, why on God's green fucking earth would you do it in public? These people in public don't need to see you acting a fool. If you're going to act a fool, do it in the privacy of your own home where nobody else is going to see you act like a ring.
Well, see, that's just it. Like you said, some people act the way you do if you were at home. Some people will actually take the way they act at home and bring it out to public in a negative way. And
okay,
they shouldn't.
Okay, I'm going to, this what I'm fixing to say right now, this sentence is fixing to come out my mouth. As soon as I finish this right here, it is going to explain why, a part of the way of why I am the way I am. And that is, I was raised Southern Baptist. Okay? Southern Baptist. Not Baptist, not Church of God, non-denominational, fucking Southern Baptist. Okay?
We're from the South. Yep.
You can go and ask a Baptist anything, and they will tell you that a Southern Baptist is worse than they are. I was raised that when you went to church when the fucking doors were open. You went to church with 3 or 4 different fucking plates to go to the damn dinners when the church was over with, and you had little meetings after church. Okay, home-cooked meals is what's going to fill you up. This shit you go and get at a fast food restaurant is not going to fill you up and satisfy you the way it needs to. You are getting filler, y'all. I don't care. Even where we work, they say fresh, never frozen meat. It don't fucking matter. It's still filler.
Yeah, but with it, like we were saying, you know, because of I had to have the gallbladder surgery because it ruptured while I was at work, and it made me deathly sick. It has changed my whole diet to the point, and Mella will tell you this, in our home, hamburger meat, most red meat is not welcome into our house.
Well, for her.
For me. It's not that I don't, you know, oh my God, I used to love eating some good fresh hamburgers and all that stuff. I'm just not able to anymore. Mostly we do some turkey, some chicken, some fish, seafood. Occasionally I get to eat some red meat, just depending on what it is. But you know, it's hard to.
It's weird. Go ahead. I'm just reading.
Okay. It's hard to go out there, and I'll say this for the workers, for those of you who work in fast food. As a person that also works in fast food, you should not mistreat the customers. If they are asking you about the content, or please, make sure of this, don't be disrespectful to the customer, because I know you and I have gone out to where I think it was Applebee's. The waitress that we had was having a really bad day, and we watched this scene unfold where these people were being so rude, so disrespectful, so picky. And when I mean picky, they would on purposely do stuff to their food to make it look like the restaurant or the waitress or cashier person had done something to the food.
Look, when this waitress came up to our table, we was like, look, we work in fast food, we understand what you're going through, and we're sorry that you're having to deal with people that are that rude and obnoxious.
The people that heard us say this to this lady was like, y'all are being disrespectful and rude. And we were like, no ma'am, no sir. This is what we do on a daily basis, and people like you is what make our jobs difficult. It is not easy.
Okay, and Ducky, I just read your comment, and that is fucked up, okay?
Let me read it.
We are on a timer when it comes to drive-thru, and front may not be on a timer, but the people that are in there making the food are making it as fast as humanly possible, okay? We are not fucking machines. We cannot be programmed. Yeah, okay, you have a bad day, you move a little slowly, right? That don't mean you need to be fucking shot for it. I mean, come the hell on. Why are people being so stupid? I mean, I get it. It's Florida, and Florida is full of idiots because that's usually where you go to retire, and that's where you go to find some of the stupid shit.
Impatient people.
Going to the swamps and this, that, and another. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind being in a swamp and all that shit. But that does not deserve somebody being shot because they're not making food fast enough.
Well, see, I know with that being said, Ducky, now, here's my experience with that. Again, I worked at a Sonic. I was the car hop that day. I was having a really good day. Okay, we were slammed. And when I say busy, okay, happy hour, from 2 to 5. Our whole place was packed and people waiting to get in to get their food. We were having to tell people it could be up to an hour before they got their stuff. This lady got so mad over a cup of water because there were 4 car hops. Now, mind you, we needed 8. We were short-staffed that day. She jumped all over me and ran me over and broke my foot because of the fact that she thought I wasn't fast enough. Luckily enough, we caught her on camera, so she was able to get prosecuted. I still deal with a messed up foot from that. Mello will tell you there's times where my feet will hurt, and I'll be working, and I'll be doing my job, and my feet will hurt so bad. I will not complain with a customer in here. I will pull my person aside and be like talking to them. They'll ask me a question. Yes, I have fibromyalgia, or I have seizures as well as other stuff. So I have health issues. We have one lady that works with us who has, rheumatoid arthritis?
She's got,
or something like that. And her hands are deformed because of this.
She's got a crippling arthritis because her hands draw up like this and they stay like this.
Right. That woman can work circles around a lot of people, but on her worst day, and I have bad days myself, with the pain that I deal with, and people don't understand. I've had people go, oh, that's just a made-up disease. No, it's not. It's effective. It really affects our daily life. But I still get up off my tail, out of my bed, and I go to work to serve everyone.
When we say everyone, we're talking about the general public, okay?
Right.
Not in particular individuals or a particular sect of the community. We serve individuals all day long, and Okay, it's people that work in industrial work. It's people that work in offices. It's people that work in courthouses. I get it. You're important. But guess what? Your important ass just brought it to our unimportant fucking selves, and you're demanding stuff from us, and we're doing everything we can to accommodate you.
Alright, Randy says, my little brother is allergic to corn.
If he has it, his lips swell up like Jack. Okay.
Thank you, Randy.
This one right here, I've had to take to the hospital because she couldn't talk.
I stopped breathing. I passed out on him to the point, and they told him he was lucky to get me there when they did because I almost died.
And that was because she's too damn stubborn to go.
Yeah.
Alright, Ducky, what you got to say? The one who was shot just recently started working. The one who was shot was 22 years old. Okay, well, that right there tells me a lot because 22 years old, okay? You are part of the problem. You're not being part of the solution. Part of the solution is to take 10 seconds out of your fucking time and go, okay, is this really what I need to do? No, it's not. You don't need to shoot somebody because they're moving a little slower. Guess what? It's his first day. Do you realize how much training is entailed in restaurant work? No, you do not, because your fucking ass is probably hired on at fucking Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, or some kind of goddamn convenience store where it's just happy-go-fucking-lucky and all you gotta do is walk around and stock goddamn shelves all day. Guess what? A restaurant, you do a whole hell of a lot more and deal with the public. You stocking shelves and dealing with the public, bruh. Back the fuck up off us fast food motherfuckers. We moving as fast as we can.
Now, I know you being a manager, you've had to train, but you know as well as I have, before I come to our restaurant, I used to have to train. I was the trainer of all new employees. And there is a lot of work that goes into training. You don't just sit an employee in front of a computer, in front of a screen and go, okay, do your e-learning. That's not how that works. You actually have to put the person, okay, let's say if it's a cashier, and sit there and go, okay, this is how you ring up this is how you do this. And it's a lot of work that goes into it. And for the person that has to train you, it can be stressful because you're used to this pace, and you have to back it back down to teach this person. And when you finally sit them on their own, it's going to take them a moment before they can even get their pace and get used to how fast it's going to be.
Look, guys, when we say pace, I can sit there and, depending on how busy of a day it is, I can have anywhere from 2 to 8 sandwiches on the station in front of me. And I'm making 8 different sandwiches. None of them are never the same because y'all motherfuckers is picky as hell, and y'all don't want no tomato, y'all don't want no onion, y'all don't want no mayonnaise, tomato, pickles, and lettuce, but y'all want every motherfucking thing else. Y'all won't be picky as hell, and then like this situation, you know, motherfucker getting pissed off because we ain't making the shit fast enough. Well, guess what? If you want to be that picky, I'll make it how it's supposed to be made, and you can pick what you don't want on it off of the motherfucker.
Yeah, the only time which just recently, and because I treated myself to this, it was a burger. One of our co-workers that I actually trust enough to make my food made it, and you know that. The only thing I asked is no cheese, no yellow cheese. And that's because I am now lactose intolerant. So, and it's rare I treat myself to some cheese. It'll be white cheese. Am I right? It's the white cheese.
Yeah, it's usually Swiss or...
Swiss, Munster, or Asiago.
Munster.
I know I'm German and I still don't say it right. Leave me alone.
Munster.
It's Munster. I like to say it my southern way because I was raised in the South. Okay.
I was raised in this podunk ass little town, and she talked about she was raised in the South.
Look, I was born and raised a state away from here.
Look, she knows for herself, and she ain't even openly admitting it. You go to my daddy's house where I grew up at, and you look across the road and there's a broke down fucking barn and woods higher than the fucking barn, and you still see the fucking broke down barn, alright?
Yeah. True. Very, very true.
So I know what it is to be raised in the South, and in the pole part of the South at that. Not that highfalutin Chattanooga area where everything's popping and everybody making all kinds of motherfucking money. We've scratched and clawed our way from the bottom, and we're still at the goddamn bottom, alright?
Oh, we have a co-worker that's wanting to stop by.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's one of our crewmen.
Awesome. Well, he can be part of the podcast, I guess, because, hell, we've been going almost 2 hours, and we appreciate all 3 viewers that have stuck around the whole 3 hours. Or 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. I appreciate y'all, guys. This is something different, and I think we're going to keep it going. It's going to be once a week, y'all. Once a week we're going to do a live broadcast, and we're going to do a little bit of Q&A at the beginning, and then we're going to jump straight into a podcast. Y'all won't know what the theme is until we start talking about it. Y'all hear? Y'all hear. Good. Just tell him he's going to be part of it.
Hang on, he's messaging me back. Oh, this is amazing. Y'all, this is good. Okay, let me get changed and comfortable, and I will come down. He's getting out of his uniform, too. It's like
Alright, so see, y'all gonna get a first-hand experience from somebody
that
works with us in the same store that we work at, and works a different position than what she and I work, because I'm management and she's a wherever we need her person.
Yeah.
I'm a
bouncer.
That's what that is.
I'm a bouncer. I'm a crew member. Okay. They says, off topic, I am still working on that thing I said I would make for you guys. Aw! Surprise!
Just been slammed with work since I got my new administrative job. Hell Ducky.
Congratulations, Ducky.
Congrats, man. Good looking. I figured you're still working on it. We ain't rushing you. Yeah. We know you doing something special for us, and we ain't gonna rush you on it. We gonna let you do you, and we know how it is, cause like we just said, like way back in this podcast, all right, that I just took a new job, so I already know how it is to be bounced around from one place to another and having a lot of responsibility dumped on top of you, and having to overcome that. There's a comedian named Sean who's on this.
Saying what you were talking about.
On YouTube.
Our co-worker, when he gets here, because he's going to be a part of this a little bit, we are about to drop the bomb on him, because everybody at work does not know the fact that he's taking this new position yet. So, chill.
I was laughing at what Randy said.
I'll have to read it. I'll have to read it in a second, Randy. But anyway, we're going to tell this co-worker first. I'm not leaving this store, but nobody at work knows yet that he's taking this new position, so he's going to be the first one we tell. And then I think tomorrow it's going to hit the whole store. It's going to be...
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to tell everybody.
It's going to be
I'm going to talk to Teresa and let her know that I'll take it, and that's...
And the fact that I'm not
Teresa's my general manager, or our general manager, was my general manager. After this week, I doubt it anymore. But
and that I'm not.
It is what it is when you step up, and I'm stepping up into something that I attempted once, but was never appropriately trained.
Right.
So I'm going to attempt one more time, and they have one more chance to appropriately train me. And if they don't, then I am coming back to the store that I am currently at, and I am not leaving.
Right.
And Randy said there's a comedian named Sean who's on YouTube on this Dry Bar comedian channel. He had a skit that someone literally tried to rob a Wendy's with an alligator in Florida.
we love some dry bar comedy. Check that out.
I'm subscribed to Dry Bar Comedy on Facebook. So I feel you.
I ain't going nowhere. Y'all
are helping me stay entertained while I work. We all family here. Hell yeah.
Yes,
hell yeah, yes. Ducky. You know we're here for you, bro. We're here for everybody that's on the channel. Excuse me. Everybody that subscribes. Look, right now, this is what we call the CTA. If y'all want to, y'all want to. If y'all don't, y'all don't. I know there's only 3, and I see the thumbs up. But if y'all don't mind, hit that thumbs up button for us. If you don't mind, it ain't nothing but 5 seconds out of your time. And it helps a little here and there. And y'all know what to do. Y'all can subscribe. We always gonna be on here. We do reaction videos on the normal, and we starting this podcast to get into a different niche because I feel that we can survive in a podcast. I think we can do it. We've went 2 hours now of talking about nothing but the do's and don'ts of restaurant work. So, you know, I think we can do it for you guys. I think we can enlighten y'all as well as y'all enlighten us, because I'm going to tell you, I'm not a know-it-all, but I want to be. I really do. I want to be a know-it-all. I want to be that one. I want to be another Neil deGrasse Tyson, but white. I won't be that intelligent, y'all. I've got to get back to meditating. I know that. I've seen that.
We both really need to.
I'm waiting on something to come in the mail. I'm waiting on my 7 chakras bracelet, and then I will attempt to get back to meditating. It's been a long time, and I might have to take some crash courses, but I'm going to get back to meditating. And I want to get back to being level-headed all the way across, because you guys, we're here for you, and we just want to invite you guys to join us on this ever-expanding journey that we're taking to expand our minds. And who knows, we may come across some fairly interesting people to talk to. And no, it's not going to be famous people right off the rip. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of clout. We are just the smallest of small town peoples. So,
I need a cold one.
Do you need a cold one?
Yeah, I need something cold to drink.
Okay, you talk to them, I'll go fix a drink.
Please, I need something cold to drink.
Well, talkies.
The poor air conditioner is finally starting to catch up with the way it's been. Yeah, because it's been hot here. If y'all haven't already noticed or anything, I know Mello has kind of gave away about where we live. We live in the state of Tennessee. No, I'm not from Tennessee. I will actually tell you, I'm from the state of North Carolina. Home of famous NASCAR racers. Okay.
Yep, Richard Petty,
Kyle Petty. Was it Dale Earnhardt? It's like other few.
Well, now hold on. You can't put Dale Earnhardt in that because Dale Earnhardt's from Annapolis, North Carolina.
I said North Carolina. Not where I actually am from. I just said North Carolina.
Do you want do or do you want MD?
MD.
Okay. Then you get the last of it.
Okay. What's the...
Ooh, it's slushed up in here.
Good. Is that the last of our stuff?
Yeah, out of this.
All 3 are already gone?
Yeah, I got that Long Island iced tea.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, keep talking.
But anyways, y'all. Alright. Oh, I was the last one to make the comment. I was like, who's the new comment? That was me. Now y'all see what my page or my subscriber name is. That will be subject to change because like we were saying before earlier in this podcast, when we get ready to do the podcasting ourselves, this channel here will stay as our reaction channel.
Yep.
And sorry we haven't got to everybody's stuff yet. We are trying.
We're working on it.
There was a few days where, and Mello will tell you, I have been sick and have not been able to really get on here And then, of course, our job really takes it out of us. But
now there was 3 nights. Because I closed 2 nights, and then the third night I had to go in at 8 o'clock. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, our job also has been.
We really didn't have time to record.
Because I think what was it that we had closed 3 nights in a row, and then was it 2? It was me 3 and you 2.
Yeah.
And 2 different times I had to turn around and get. Either one of us had to get right back up and go in early the next morning after just closing. But with that being said, okay, Ducky, you said, I just hope YouTube actually notifies me next time you two go live. YouTube hasn't been notifying me lately. Yeah, lately.
Ducky, next time we'll send you a DM on Instagram and let you know that we're fixing to go live, just so you have a heads up on when we're going to go live. I told you a couple of hours, and that was at like 4 o'clock, and I realized we didn't go live till like 9 something, and I apologize about that. But you know, your boy and your girl had to go do some stuff and be your boy and your girl for a minute without the cameras and people watching us and analyzing what we do, and that's cool. We don't mind taking a break every now and again and doing our thing and being a couple off camera. I know on camera y'all probably questioning whether we're together or not, but there you go, we are.
We're actually got engaged September of last year. I think that's what it was, and we are looking at having our wedding.
We're hoping July, but I don't know. We got some things, some legalities to get out of the way before we can get married.
Well, that, and we've got to kind of get some of what we've got going on, like your new job position and things like that.
Lord, don't remind me.
To get everything set in a pattern to where we're like, okay, we can start doing this now. We can start doing this now, and we've got the podcast going good. We've got, yes, y'all, we have a boutique. It's called Sassy's Boutique.
Yep, and we are selling, right now we have what they call worry rings and leather bracelets on there. So if you want to, that's only if you want to. You don't have to. You can jump over on Facebook and go to Sassy69, or is it just Sassy's
Boutique.
Okay, Sassy's Boutique on Facebook.
Also on
and
Instagram.
she's got some products up for sale. We're starting small. We're not putting a whole lot up on there right now. There's like 30 items altogether.
I've got.
Well, it's less than 30 items now because we sold some at our place of employment. Some people bought.
Yeah, there was 30 items. There was a dragon earrings that's on there. There's some worry rings, and then the leather bracelets. I've sold a few of the leather bracelets. It's just something small that I've started my own little business. Well, our business, but you know, something that I'm passionate about running.
But it is not. Let me go ahead and reiterate. It is not a requirement of you guys to jump over there. That's just if you want to. If you might want something like that, worry rings, leather bracelets. We're going to try to get some more stuff up there. And eventually, if you guys get us up, if we get up to enough subs, we're going to try to incorporate merch over there, so you guys can get what you want, and we can kind of do what we need to do, because it's kind of a small business for us.
Yeah.
This is a venture that we're not only taking by ourselves, but we're taking with you guys. You guys are part of it because we want you to be part of it. We don't want to leave you guys out.
But now my company is not just on Facebook. I also have it on Instagram. I have noticed a few people, matter of fact, one of our biggest people we have done reactions for that's come to us personally was
Celtic King.
He not just private messaged me on my normal Instagram or other outlets that he can reach me on, but he did it through my business. And he has, matter of fact, if you go to his Instagram page, he has actually tagged my business in some of his stuff, not mine.
Okay, with that being said, let me make an interjection here, and this is strictly for you guys, because we already know this, but we're going to go ahead and let you guys know. So if you want to you're more than welcome to. Jump over to Facebook. It is Mellowman76 and Sassy Unicorn 69 at Mellowverse on Facebook. Okay, that is our Facebook page.
Yes.
Instagram, you'll find me. I'm Mellowman76 on Instagram. Sassy U69 on Instagram. We're not hard to find, and we do respond back. It might take us a little bit if we're working like we've been working here lately. But we do try to respond back, and any comments or suggestions that you guys may have, we're more than willing to listen to what you guys got to say, and we're more than willing to try to give you guys what you want.
With what you said, when you do look us up on Instagram or whatever, and including our Facebook, we have now linked all of them together to the point where when you message one, you message us both. Sometimes you may not know which one of us is messaging you back.
Sometimes we use the Bitmojis so you can tell which one it is.
Yeah,
because mine's a male, hers is a female. It's easy to tell that way.
No, because there has been times where, like, what was it? My phone crashed, or it died, or something, and I was like, "Hey, so and so hit us up. Let me see your phone. Let me message them back so they don't think we're ignoring them." And I used his Bitmojis.
Okay, first and foremost, guys, we want you to realize that we are not ignoring you guys. You guys are very, very important in what we do. YouTube just for that's funny.
What was it?
Now live on your channel, live Q&A, almost have 130 subs too. We've been live for 2 hours and 11 minutes, and you guys have stuck around for the whole time. We appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you.
Now.
We appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. But anyway, it's been a wild ride, and we appreciate every one of you guys, man. Y'all are what we do this for. It's not just for us. It helps us, or at least it helps me mentally, because I can get some of the mental stimulation that I need talking to you guys. You guys commenting and stuff. That does more for us than you may think.
Here's one. Okay, and I'll always say this, or he'll say it. Take it as you may. Believe it or not, just because we interact with the public at work does not mean we get adult conversation or adult contented reactions or whatever you want to call it. We respond more to when we actually have you guys. Y'all
okay, Randy, we'll check that out in a little bit. With the live feed right now, I don't have 2 laptops or 2 computer screens, so it won't let me go to it and pull it up and put it on my live feed. I wish, once I get that, I can.
Okay, what's the link? I can't see it. It's not letting me see it from here. I got our live chat. Believe it or not, you guys, I actually have the live chat going on my phone.
Damn it. Okay.
On my phone.
I wasn't meaning retract it, Randy. We haven't got the link yet.
Yeah.
We was gonna look it up on one of our phones. I mean, we all over this, brother.
It's still up on their YouTube channel about the alligator.
Okay. So go to Dry Bar Comedy and look
Give me
up
1 second.
Rob Wendy's with an alligator.
Bar Comedy.
Right there at the top.
Yeah, I know. It's taking me a second. Alright. So.
Robbing Wendy's.
Up there it is with the alligator right there. Yep. First one. Okay, I gotta check this out. I'm sorry.
Traveling a ton this year.
I love this dude.
I went to 2 places in particular. I went to Austin and Portland. Both places. No, hold on.
He looks like a nerd, but yet covered in tattoos. He is so cool.
He's just another one of those that's like, hey, don't judge the book by its cover, brother.
Right.
Before I bring up a place, I will say nothing good about that place. I'm not here to be like, they were great, moving on. No, so I went to Austin.
Keep it weird.
And I showed up, and I'm like, I'm a weird guy. I love weird stuff. I cannot wait to see what I'm going to see. Nothing weird at all. Okay? I'm talking to people like, when does the weird happen? And they're like, it's around. It wasn't. There's nothing weird happening in either of those places. I was like, you guys have to, the bar has to be higher. I lived in New York. Once on the subway, I saw a guy, this is real, only wearing the top half of a SpongeBob costume. Okay?
Hey, what?
Yeah.
That motherfucker's at the top half of a SpongeBob costume.
Okay, you know what?
Okay.
This would be something good to do a reaction to.
What kind of art? Live reaction?
Yeah, no.
And he goes, SpongeBob, no!
SpongeBob?
Yeah. No one on the train was helping. Everyone watching like he seems like he has it under control. So if you're gonna be weird, you gotta step it up. Also, how dare Austin and Portland keep it weird when how dare they act like they're weird when they know Florida exists? Yeah, and it's just out there doing what Florida does. Last time I was in Florida, this is real. By the way, this is Googleable information after the show. I'm in Florida. I'm walking past a newspaper stand. I look into the stand. The headline on the newspaper reads, "Local man robs Wendy's with alligator." What did you just say to me? I read it, I still said that out loud. It was incredible. Oh, and also, yeah, that's all you want to say? You don't want to add any more to that? Like, I don't know, maybe tell us if the alligator was an accomplice or a weapon?
An accomplice or a weapon. That's a good one.
Yeah. And that makes me want to make sure that it will wind up winning our score.
Alligator, or did this guy rob a Wendy's with an alligator? There's a huge difference. Did he start a gang with an alligator, throw a bandana on it?
Yeah, so react to Bert
Alligator boys
Kreischer.
now.
The machine, that's when he involved the rest of the mafia when he was in college. Ooh, I like it, the rest of mafia. Yeah.
You retracted it?
No, he was making something, then he retracted it.
Hold it like a gun. Right? He didn't. He threw it through a drive-through window. Yep. Didn't see that one coming, did ya?
He threw it through a drive-through window, are you fucking serious? He threw the alligator through a drive-through window.
So many things have to happen before you can even throw an alligator. You have to
Oh, okay.
in the wild.
Cool.
Also, by the way, how horrible is Florida that there is just alligators available to you?
Wow.
Even his qualified answer was he looking for a specific type, or he just the first one he saw, he was like, "This is the one," and he took.
Wow.
Josh Wolf, best practical jokes. Alright, Randy, we'll get to that when we start doing our reactions. We're going to get back to reactions. What? I get off at 8, you get off at 10. We might shoot some tomorrow.
We got 10:30 in the morning.
Well,
Yeah.
I know that.
So, what is tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. I'm off Friday.
This is how bad it is. The way our work week runs, sometimes we don't even remember what day it is. We literally have
But
to go.
you're lucky if I get up tomorrow and you say, what day is it? And I go, the 6th. And I'd be right. But that would be one of the rare times that I'm right. Because normally I'm going, I don't know.
Oh no, tomorrow I do not. Tomorrow I get off at
Tomorrow you get off at what? Because I'm 11 to 8 tomorrow. I work a mid shift basically.
I get off at 4:30.
Oh, you get off before me. Yeah!
I go in before you too. I go in at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I gotta fucking
I just
chill
did a day.
in the parking lot.
Yeah, I just did a closing shift. Now I gotta do an opening shift. So, yeah.
Well, get ready, because that shit about to change completely.
Boy,
Yeah, it is.
for you, not for me.
Yeah, for me. So y'all might see an influx of solo videos with Mellow Man.
Very few of Sassy You by herself.
If any.
Well, I will say this, and I thank y'all for this, because y'all have, with Mellow, because Mellow is my comfort. He is my, I think it was Ducky that said this, that he is my security blanket, and that is right. But he has started pulling me out of my comfort zone, and you guys are starting to pull me out of my comfort zone. I don't like being in front of the camera. I am not a camera person. I don't even like taking pictures of myself all the time. It depended on, like, the other day when we had a very special moment. Inside the city, we have these beautiful trails.
The Greenway.
Oh,
kitty.
Beautiful trails.
Kitty. There's a pooter kitty.
Some very beautiful trails. There was a little water. It wasn't a very big waterfall, but it was still beautiful. And I had to have a picture with it, because I have never seen this inside of a city. I'm from the country, so that is normal for me. But this was out of my norm, and I loved it. And I took pictures. But with that being said, like, y'all started pulling me out of my comfort zone to the point where I might go ahead and finish off that series. And may even do a few on my own, where I had said before I wasn't going to do any more by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all are slowly pulling me out of my comfort zone, so I'm starting to feel more and more comfortable in front of this camera with you guys. But with that being said, it'll probably be something that I will shoot. I will not edit and get them up by myself. That'll be something
Look,
that
guys,
will have
Sassy
to do.
don't know how to edit. I'm the one that does all the editing, and
Correct.
I apologize that some of the editing looks like shit. But again, I didn't know jack squat about editing when we started this. So the fact that I can even edit a video well enough to be published on YouTube is saying enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, she might shoot them, but I'll edit them, because that's what I do. I do. We shoot, I edit. Okay.
Yeah.
So I apologize in advance for the shitty editing, but I try.
Well, and there's nights, and I'll be honest about this one. There's nights where we'll shoot, like, I know, let's see, there was one night where we sat down and we shot 8 videos.
Yep, and it took me 2 days to upload them.
Well, we had shot 8 videos that night. Well, that's not to say that the night before we shot another 5 more. And it took him 2 nights just to get everything edited and uploaded for everybody.
Well, let me say this much. When it comes to the thumbnails, guys, it takes me a lot longer to do the thumbnail than it does to edit the video together.
Right.
Because for the way YouTube works, the algorithm, and in order to get the clicks, the views that you want, you have to have an attractive thumbnail, I guess you would say. But it takes a lot of work, a lot of going through. What y'all see is a 15-minute video I have seen 7 different times before it even gets uploaded, because I have to find the perfect picture for us, and then the perfect picture in the video to go with the reactions on our faces in the thumbnail. So it takes a little while, and I put in a lot of hard work. Excuse me. Whether it's recognized or not, I really don't care. I'm doing the best I can to make sure you guys get the quality that you guys deserve. Right. And I know it needs to be better, and I'm working on it.
I'm not one that can do the editing, and I know there has been many nights where we have shot up to 5 videos, maybe 3, about 3 to 5 videos. And during that time, especially if we had the time and we did it where we, like, the next day we were off of work together at least, or at least one of us. I know I've done it to sit here with you while you edited, and then there's been times where I'd be like, okay, hon, and I'd go get on the couch and I'd pass out, or I'd go get in bed. He was even taking the computer with us to bed and edit. videos.
Yo, I would edit while laying in the bed so she could go to sleep. And I would sit up and I would edit and put videos up on YouTube so you guys would get the content that you were looking for on a continuous basis like it should have been. And I know I've kind of slacked here the last 3 days, and I apologize for that, but you know, my work schedule has not really been able to clash with the YouTube thing, so I decided tonight we were going to do a live, and we've done one hell of a live so far, and I'm so thankful for everybody that's joined in.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you so much. That means a lot. He said, I personally understand that y'all are doing y'all's best, and I appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it, Randy, because it takes a lot of hard work. This is literally a second job that pays nothing.
Yeah.
And we do it because we get on here and we get comments from guys like you and just Ducky and a bunch of others. BB Gray the Ghost. He messages us privately as well as on YouTube, and we do our best to get everything out here for everybody. I know we're a little bit behind on our requests, but we've kind of trying to branch out to see if maybe we could, I don't know, broaden our horizons a little bit and maybe bring you guys along with us. I know a podcast is a way far left fucking vision, but with the way that you guys responded to us when we started uploading videos, I feel that it would be just as equal with a podcast. And I don't know about anybody else, whether it be you, Randy Suarez, or just Ducky, but I have enjoyed the hell out of these 3 hours that I've spent talking to you guys and commenting to y'all's comments, and that's what we're here for. We're here for you guys to talk to, and I know you may feel that it's not necessary, but at the same time, we're here for you guys to vent to, because we know how it is. Y'all guys are going through a lot. I mean, just Ducky, I don't know how to say it other than I'm proud as hell of you, Ducky. You're doing an amazing job doing what you do over there and taking care of your kid. I'm extremely proud of you, and to know that I have people like you and Randy that are constantly on here and commenting and wanting us to react to stuff, it means the world to us. It's really a humbling experience being on YouTube. If you're not humbled, you need to get your ass on YouTube. It'll humble you real quick.
Okay. Buddy will be down in about 5.
Okay. You should know me. If I don't like something, I won't watch. You guys are doing amazing, and you are all growing, and we are growing on this YouTube journey with you. Well, thank you, Ducky. We're growing just as much as we're trying to help you guys grow. And
what is this shadow?
I know it may seem minuscule because we're not famous people. We don't do a whole lot of stuff like that attracts that kind of attention. But at the same time, we're, the 127 that have subscribed to our channel, which we appreciate. And we hope you guys keep watching. We do what we do and expand our minds, and hope that we can take you guys on a journey that expands your minds. Yes, we have been corrected a few times, and I appreciate the correction, because, I'm not perfect.
Neither am I.
And just like somebody pointed out in one of the reaction videos that we did, that was not the Sean Connery Bond, but it was the Roger Moore Bond.
Not just that, and they pointed something out too, that they said that our reaction was a bad reaction video, and that they didn't like the fact that we were eating throughout the video. And I look back at it, we weren't eating. It was me chewing gum, and I will explain that I have moments where I get what is it, high anxiety or high energy that I have to expel somehow. And smoking gum.
Where I do it by smoking or vaping, she does it by chewing gum because she doesn't smoke. So that's kind of her stress release is chewing gum. So. And
if I do it, and I'm sorry that if you're offended or you have an issue with it, I mean, I'm glad to hear from you and you tell me. And I will try to make sure it's not happening during the videos, which I know right now, during this podcast, I have off and on been snacking on some gum a little bit.
Well, see, that's the difference between a podcast and doing a reaction video. And in a podcast, you can do whatever the fuck you want because it's a podcast.
Right, I understand that. But, you know, for me, there are times where, and I will do this because I love you guys, and I don't care, I can be as sick as a dog, and there's been times, and Mello will tell you this, I have been in extreme pain, not felt good, literally, like, so sick that I could barely hold my head up, not feeling good, and I'd still come in here to our little studio area and actually do the videos, get it so y'all have them. And I'm not going to show you that I don't feel good. The one time I kind of let my guard down because of the stress that I was going through at the moment, because I was going through a lot. I think it was around the time my son was in the hospital or something along those lines. I was not doing very well at that moment. And the gum chewing and smacking was my relief.
But anyway, Ducky just said, like I said to you, that it feels like we are friends sitting down and having a conversation, and I love it. I love that you two are genuine and humble. I am really enjoying it. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's all we can do is try to help people who are like-minded get through a day that's just otherwise miserable. And trust me, when I say otherwise miserable, I mean otherwise miserable. Because there's some days if I did not have my headphones and I could not listen to my podcast, I would go absolutely insane, guys. Because dealing with the stuff that we deal with and the stress that we deal with at work on a daily basis is so insane. And it might sound weird to some people, but listening to a podcast calms my mind.
Yeah.
It calms my mind enough to make me think. Because I'm thinking about what I'm listening to. All the while, I'm still doing my job.
Now, with that being said, recently, Mello has turned me on to listening to podcasts, because normally, he'll tell you, music is my life. It's what helps to calm my moods, calm me. I have severe ADHD with ODD, bipolar 1 and 2. I have a lot of mental issues, and music has been my life.
That is wrong, by the way. It is ERB confirmed on their fan page and in the behind the scenes of ERB that it is Sean Connery, James Bond. Oh, okay.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Ducky. I felt like I was wrong because somebody commented and said that it was the Roger Moore James Bond, not the Sean Connery James Bond. But when he came on, that accent, it automatically threw me to Sean Connery. I mean, come on, that's just
the way it is.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. I mean,
but
shit. Anyway, appreciate the heads up there, Ducky. But go ahead and finish what you're saying.
I've lost what I was saying. Yeah. Oh, having the fact that I have the mental issues, just like Mello does, but and yes, I call him Mello instead of Mellow Man, but it's because I can. I listen to my music all while I start trying to do my job. But I've gotten to where he has turned me on to some really good podcasts that I've thoroughly enjoyed, and it helps to calm my mind down. It's helped to bring a lot of the stress out of whatever might be going on at that moment, I guess you would say.
I still think it was awesome to see y'all react to the Sinbad marriage video.
Thank you.
Yes, Randy. We couldn't stop laughing because that shit happens every day to us. So
and what's funny, Randy,
it is what it is when it comes to that.
And what's funny, Randy, is we're not married to each other yet. We will be soon enough. But in that video, a lot of what he was saying, and it's so hilarious because we had to go back and watch it like 4 more times. Even after we did the reaction to it, we watched it 4 more times. A lot of it happens to you and I on a daily basis in our own relationship because we're people actually think we're already married because we act married, but I mean it's just because I guess some of it's our age.
Well, yeah, I'm sure
I'll go ahead and put this out there to you guys, okay? Because Ducky did give his age. He is 25, and you said that you were 10 years older than him.
I'm 6 years younger than you.
And he is 6 years younger than me. I am older. And yet, he's my boss. Ha ha ha. Laugh it up.
There you go, guys. There's just some math for you. Ducky is 25. Mellow Man 76 is 10 years older than that. And Sassy U is 6 years older than Mellow Man 76. So if y'all want to know her age, do that math and you'll figure it out.
I'll admit my age. I am a woman that will not hide from her age. And I will say this because we get the question all the time. Because everybody swears up and down that Mellow Man is older than me. And when I finally look at them and give them my true age, they're like, wait, what? I thought you were in your 20s or your early 30s. Thank you.
Don't let the gray hairs fool you, y'all.
Open the door.
I'll get the door.
You get the door and I'll continue to talk. And be careful with the pooter kitty. Mr. Shadow's following Daddy already. To the door.
Ready to be on a podcast?
Come on in. It's about fast food.
Come on, bro.
You can kind of give an insight of what it's like for us on a daily basis.
Yeah, we explained to them why our job ain't as easy. It's not just flipping patties.
And it's not.
God the hell no, it's not.
See?
I gotta flip fucking patty, run back and forth with the fries, chicken nuggets, that damn crispy home style, fucking spicy.
I bet
grilled
Melissa ran your ass
chicken.
fucking ragged tonight, didn't she?
Yeah, I mean, especially when there's only 3 of us. It's me, her, and a pregnant chick. I see all that to hardly do anything.
Yeah.
Me,
What
her,
happened
and
to the
Isabella.
drive-thru person?
Isabella was the one on drive-thru for a while. She was making the sandwiches, and I did everything else. Her mama was there up till
11.
11.
yeah, like 11, something like that.
Oh no, what was
And then
it?
it
10:30,
it was just us 3. And then she started doing the window. Isabella was making the sandwiches, and I did the fries, the chicken nuggets, the chicken, the hamburgers.
Yeah.
Okay, quick question, because, you know, we are live, and these people can hear everything that's being said, and I don't care. What was wrong last night? Because I know I looked at everything, and the only thing that I seen that was wrong, and I told you that I would show you the next time that I worked, which I'm fixing to have to break some bad news to you on my part. But I showed you the next time that we worked together that I would show you how to clean that grill without having to do all.
That was one of them.
Okay, I figured that would have been one of them because that's why I said something about it.
I did everything on my own tonight, and Melissa checked everything over, and it was all good. But
Okay.
she did tell me how to fix the things that were wrong. The only thing that she said was the grill, and supposedly the floor wasn't clean, wasn't swept and mopped,
Which it
it
was.
was.
She said when she come in, she was confused about that, and the grill, like she didn't see anything wrong with it. Besides, it wasn't like it wasn't clean enough. She was like, it could have been a little bit cleaner, but there wasn't. To her, there wasn't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
The only real problem was the fries were put in the stand-up freezer instead of being put back there in the actual.
Okay, well, see, that I think Darren set your ass up for because he's the one that piled them fries into them stand-up to begin with. So I kind of feel like you got set up.
Because I think he's the one that started the.
But, I'm not going to drag that out too much because Darren's there and that's how that goes.
Here's the bad news.
Melissa said the same thing. She told me straight up. She said, he's a good worker. I mean, she said, listen to certain things, but don't listen to him.
Yeah, because he's one that will set you up for failure. Not just that, you do something, he goes and towels on you.
Yeah. But the bad news is, I think I'm going to take that promotion.
So he's no longer in our store. It's just
Yeah,
going to be me and
I'm
you.
going to Chattanooga.
Okay. How's that
You're the
bad?
only person that knows, besides myself, because it almost.
I've only worked with you like twice.
Well, okay.
For everybody else, it might be bad news, but to me, it's only.
You know how it was kind of busy. the night you worked with me, and it was probably kind of busy tonight working with Melissa.
They only hit for about an hour. It's busy.
Alright, anyway, when I'm not there, they don't get that busy, period.
Okay.
Because they know me. They know my car. When that motherfucker's there, they just jumping. When I'm not there, it's not jumping as much. Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, I've got this. You continue for a second. I got to read this. Well, I'm 27 going on 28.
I'm 27 going on 28 and December, and I'm in love with a 32-year-old woman. But thank you, Ducky. That just made me feel good. She thought he was older than me. I'm guilty. I'll admit I thought Mellow Man was older. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured as much. The gray hair fools everybody, y'all.
But Mellow Man
Gray
is
hair
not.
fools everybody.
Mellow Man is not older than Sassy You. Sorry, I am older by 6 years. But yeah, the whole thing with, and I don't care if everybody hears this, that with him taking this new job, we about lost it all. Because it was at a point where we didn't know how things were going to work out, so it was going to be, he was going his separate way, I was going mine.
Well, that was your decision, too.
But we are not letting that happen, so he's going down there. I'm not going with him at all. I can't. I got to stay
The
close to
owner
home.
of the company, while he's still the owner, called me this morning.
While in bed now.
Yeah, we were. Well, it wasn't really this morning. It was more like this afternoon. But
He
yeah, we were
was
still
still
in bed.
asleep.
I ain't gonna lie, my ass slept till 1 o'clock today, y'all, cause your boy worked a lot of hours and I was tired. So.
Well, see, I was there, but I got up around 11.
But anyway,
He called while he was in bed asleep.
he called me and he said, "I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse." I was like, okay. I told him to let me think about it, but his offer was $38,000 a year.
For benefits.
And when they sent me down to Fort O, I was at 35.
I'm used to making $13 an hour.
See, that's what this is putting me at.
That's what he's getting.
That's what I'll be at, and that's why
I'm not gonna lie. I like this job. It's a pretty cool, chill job. But at the
it's
same
not
time,
something you want to stay in.
No, I mean.
All right, y'all hear that, guys? Fast food is not something to dedicate your life to unless you're in management.
And I do not want that. I did when I first got hired on. I do not want it now.
Probably not even then. I ain't even gonna lie to you. When I was putting in office furniture, I had 4 fucking years with them. 4 years, $13 an hour.
See, this is someone who's like us, have worked in.
$4.50 drop straight up.
Yeah.
I'm used to making, anywhere from $54,000 to $56,000 a year.
Okay.
And I'm dropping down to what, 20-something thousand?
Don't take this in any offense, but I'm gonna ask this just because we are doing a live broadcast, and I want them to know because we done disclosed what hers was, and we're not disclosing real names.
Yeah.
As far as you go, they don't know who you are. They ain't even seen you. They just hear you right now.
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
Batman. All right, we'll call him Batman for now. But how much did they start you out at?
$850.
$850. See there? Start out, no matter what your experience, $850, guys. $850 here in the state of Tennessee. And I'm telling you right now, that is not enough.
Yeah, because see, for me, the experience that I have in fast
for a
food.
grill man, and I do a lot more than a fucking
Thank
grill.
you, and that's what we were discussing earlier. Yeah.
I'm not trying to complain. I swear to God, I'm not trying to complain.
Oh no. This is
as a grill man. Why in the fuck does a grill man on clothes have a hell of a lot more responsibility than the manager or anybody else does?
See, that's what we were trying to disclose.
I mean, like the cleaning, the running the grill, doing the chicken, doing the fucking chicken nuggets, the French fries,
Yeah, and that's what we were saying earlier because
everything is on the grill menu.
That's what I was
between
saying.
last night and tonight, between the two different managers, and she is a higher up manager than I am.
Yeah, 'cause she's the assistant.
Who does more to help you guys?
You do a hell of a lot more. She will literally stand there and tell you what needs to be done, and then ask you later on after you're trying to do this, do that, do that. Now what was it I told you to do? Okay, and you tell her what it is. She's like, "Better get to it." Again, can't you help me? I mean, I got the fries going, I got the chicken nuggets going, I got the fucking meat over here going, and you want me to sweep them off the floor too?
But it's just flipping burgers, right?
Right, and that's what it kills me because people think, "Oh, I can do your job. It's so easy. It's just flipping burgers." No, it's not. Where Batman is just the real person. When I got hired on with this company, I was going in to be a shift lead or a manager because I have the experience from another restaurant. It don't matter.
Since you met Mellow Man and things went to shit.
Yeah, that's all right. And it went to shit for the best because I realized being in management is not what it's always cracked up to be. But with that being said, I do what Batman does. I'm also the grill person. I'm also the sandwich maker. I'm the front cashier. I've done drive-through. I've kind of done it all in the store other than management. Oh, we'll take that back. And when we were in Fort O, I was manager in training.
Yeah, you were manager in training, but you never actually made it to management
because we had to shut the store down. But
yeah, but that's because it is what it is. I can't actually disclose any more than that.
Yeah, because I was saying he caught fire or something, but it was something I can't remember now.
Oh no! If we're gonna be down and dirty on this podcast, we're gonna be down and motherfucking dirty. That motherfucking place got shut down because of some dirty management. Okay, they wasn't taking care of the place like they should have. They wasn't reporting to the proper chains of authority like they should be to get motherfucking shit fixed. Because if they would have,
that's what they brought us
that
for.
store would have thrived. But because one, you had shitty communication, they wasn't telling the upper managers what needed to be fixed, so there in turn it wasn't getting fixed. Then you had motherfucking shitty employees that didn't want to fucking do their job, and when they didn't want to do their job, the manager in charge was like, "Oh, our systems are down for the night. I don't know, it just went down, it crashed, or we're waiting for it to come back up. If it comes back up, it comes back up." See, that's not how you run a business. That's not how you make money. And if we're going to be down and dirty, we're going to be down and dirty. I didn't tell these people I'm keeping it 1,000, and that's 1,000. That's why that store got shut down.
Well, see, that's just like, okay, we're so used to our store. When you want sauces with your food, okay, we're allowed to give you one free one. Okay, other than when you order chicken nuggets, you get your one sauce. Depending on if you get a 10-piece, you get two, so you get one free extra. Everything else costs. We have to charge you for those extra sauces. That's our pay raise. That's our pay grid. That's everything. You know, because
I mean, not only that's food costs, y'all. Y'all don't realize that when y'all bring stuff back and we do a refund, or y'all bring stuff back and we replace stuff, that is food costs. That hurts our bottom line, not your pocket. Our bottom line.
Yeah.
Which in turn hurts my pocket.
And then we can't feed our families, pay our bills. Our pets that we have, yep. Our little pooter kitty that, has to follow everybody, including Batman.
Look, guys, we ain't trying to be no ass in my holes or none of that shit. Y'all guys know what it is. We trying to make a living just like everybody else. And I feel like everybody needs to be enlightened just a little bit, since we get these attitudes that we get coming through Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell,
Sonic and other places.
People come through thinking that it's a walk in the park to do our job, and it's not. It's way more than that. There's so much more involved in being a fast food worker than just flipping burgers or making burgers, okay? It's nothing to sit at home and go, "Oh, I could work at a restaurant. I can make my own hamburger." Guess what, bitch? No, you can't, because you wouldn't be able to keep up with the pace.
Especially when you got an order like we had tonight, where they ordered two doubles, a fucking triple, and a single.
See, 2 doubles, a triple, and a single. And you think that this is going to be boom just like that?
I mean,
no.
that's 8 pieces of meat, so you gotta lay 8 pieces of big meat. So you gotta lay down 2 whole fucking rolls of big meat now to try to keep up with that.
And when he says
more meat disappearing, so you gotta hurry up and lay more meat down to keep up with the small meat and the other big meat that's disappearing real quick.
And when he's saying 2 rows of big meat, we're not talking like, oh, let me lay 16 pieces of meat. No. You can't lay more than 10 pieces of big meat on that grill at a time. That's 2 rows. 5 in each row.
Well, technically, if you do it by corporate standards, it's 4 pieces of big meat in a row.
Right.
And 10 or 5 little meat. So if you do 2 rows of little meat, it's 10 small patties. If you do 2 rows of big meat, that's 8. Well, they done wiped out 8 patties in one order with 2 doubles, a triple, and a single. Gone.
Right.
So you're not laying 2 rows of big meat. You're laying 3 rows of big meat plus 2 rows of little meat to keep up with what's going out.
And that's already half your daggone grill.
Yeah, and that's just keeping up with what's going out. Not counting what's coming in, because they're going to hit you even harder, especially now that the triple's back. Is that kills us, man.
Well, that's like,
and I understand. Okay, some
And
people.
don't forget, I need some crispy and some grilled laid down too.
at the same time, and don't forget, hey, we're down to this many home style and this many spicy, so don't forget those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then you got the sandwich person that also has to run over there. If not, the front cashier has to make the freaking salad scratch.
Which reverts back to what I said an hour ago, if not a little longer than that. There is no I in team unless it's a winning team. Then there's 2 I's. Look it up. You'll figure it out. It takes a team to do something. You can't fucking do it just by yourself.
Let's see.
And you got to be able to. And I run with what they call a call and response kitchen. And I say that, and some people are like, huh? What's that? Okay, call and response. Say Batman was over pulling chicken to bring to the sandwich maker. He says, I have 2 spicy. Okay, that's a call. 2 spicy. My response, drop 3 spicy. His response to my response. We are constantly communicating with each other, whether it be the sandwich maker, the grill guy, the cashiers, or the coordinators. We all have to be able to communicate with one another. And if you can't communicate, your team will fall apart.
No, tomorrow I'm day shift, so I think
I'm fucking night shift again.
I think me and Batman have a night we close together, so it's gonna be.
I close tomorrow.
I think it's Sunday. You and I close together. Saturday or Sunday we close together.
Look, I'm saying after I take this, I might not be closing at all at this store this week.
Right. So it's just gonna be me and Batman. It's interesting because for me, being right now, I'm doing the front cashier work a lot of the times.
Oh yeah.
And
I came in.
Batman is doing our grill.
Fucking love Rick and Morty. Show is awesome.
When my on-duty manager takes my drawer and has to go count it down so I can leave, I usually step up and help.
Well, you got that 8 to 4
her, like I do the sandwiches.
Sunday. Mine's 8 to 4 Saturday and 4 to 11 on Sunday.
So yeah, you and I close Sunday together. Which I also close Friday.
Well,
you're off, I think.
I'll be there for the beginning of close.
Okay.
You'll still have 2 hours.
Well, Sunday?
Yeah, because I close at 11. What time y'all close?
11.
Oh.
The lobby closes on Saturday. The lobby closes at 11.
Yeah.
That's Sunday.
Sunday, the lobby closes
at
at 10. She's got to be out of there by 10:30.
Yeah. So I'll only have like 30 minutes till you get off.
And that's going to be one of my conditions.
Huh?
The drive-thru closes.
Yeah, it closes. But what you're going to be doing, no, you'll be getting off when about the time I get off.
they're probably gonna have you run grill till 11, and then whoever's on sandwiches will switch over to grill.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know any other positions yet, other than the fry station, and that's not a
And see-
necessity.
And you forgot to get me a copy of the sandwiches so I can learn how to make them.
Oh, I've got one, I think, somewhere. I'll have to look for it.
I've seen the thing
bill
up
chart,
there earlier
yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah, the bill chart.
He forgot to make me one.
That's okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
But,
I was trying to make sure everything else was on point, and apparently I didn't.
but yeah, Randy,
Well, the only thing
with
that
what
was
you
actually-
said, we definitely need to do that.
Well, there really wasn't anything that was on you. I mean,
Well, it's still my responsibility to go behind everybody on my way out. See, that's another downfall of management, whether it's somebody else's fuck up or not. See, like in Batman's case, this was his first night closing, so we had to train him on what he needed to do. And on my way out the door, I was pretty certain that I checked everything, but apparently I missed something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
the only thing that you really could have said anything about and fixed would have been fries. I mean, other than that, there's nothing you really could have
I don't
done
think he even knew. I didn't even know. So.
well, I told him to put the bag or two of fries that was underneath the thing in the stand-up. So
Yeah, but there wasn't like what, maybe one or two.
Yeah.
yeah, when he put them back, when he under the fry station, there's only one or two. But Darren put a case in the stand-up.
Oh no, you can't do that. Oh no. See, he set you up for failure right there. But and Batman can say this.
Melissa even told me today that not to really listen to him. Like she said, he's a good worker, but that's all he's good for.
Yeah, to get you in trouble. Yeah, because and Malaman will tell you this as a closer. I have gone in and did my job, and him and the manager on duty at the moment went behind me and messed up everything I had done. So when I came in on my day off, I got wrote up for it.
Yep.
For something I didn't do. Later, Melissa went back and saw that what I had done is I did my job, and these two people messed up what I did. And I was already gone. I had done left. I had been gone for maybe an hour or two when they went in and messed up everything. I had done clean.
Something like that. It was one of those where you left at 10:30, and then when they came in the next morning, that there was a fry here in the floor that wasn't there the night before, and there was something else that was on the windowsill that wasn't there the night before.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's dirty politics, y'all. Dirty politics. No matter whether it's fast food, industrial, or anything like it, it's all dirty politics.
Is this a sticker or what?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a sticker.
Batman can even say this because what we were touching on earlier about training, it takes a lot when you're training a new person in whatever position you stick them in.
Yeah, I know. I was having a problem like that earlier.
It's hard because they have a lot they have to learn, and we have a lot we have to teach them, and we don't always have enough time to do it in. Because our shifts, it varies from, 4 to 8 hours. I think you and I have done a 13-hour shift.
I have actually pulled a 16-hour shift at one time, and that's not fun. But
that
I've
was
done
before
it.
you and I got together.
Yeah, it was before me
Yeah,
and you.
but now when you and I have been together, we've gone, when we were in Lake Fort O and different places, we would actually pull a 13-hour shift or more. I think,
And just so you guys are aware, when we say stuff like Fort O, we're talking like Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia.
yeah,
Okay?
another state. Like, we actually live in Tennessee and we had to drive to Georgia to work.
Like an hour and a half away just to go to work.
That, I'm sorry, was a headache and a half because of the simple fact of the matter
I hadn't
is...
thought about it like that, but hell yeah.
Don't that in the course anymore.
Speaking of...
Be like, bet your big don't look like mine.
Hey, there's my notebook you need to get started on.
Okay.
Hey, my cup keeps floating, y'all. It's floating back and forth to the computer, and I don't need it doing that. My slushy is starting to make my cup float.
Well, curse. Alright, what you got? 16-hour shifts are never fun. I've been doing it for 4 years, but luckily this week my schedule changed, so I won't be doing it anymore. Awesome. Glad you're getting a little bit of a break. I know how that shit is, man. It sucks like hell, bro.
I know, and I'll say this, when I was a volunteer for a while, like, in rescue, you have long shifts. Like, the people that does, firefighter rescue, ambulance rescue, stuff like that, their shifts are 24 hours. They don't just get, oh, I have an 8-hour shift, or I have a 12-hour shift. They actually have to work a 24-hour day.
Yeah.
Or a 3-day weekend. And people are like, oh, they can sit at the thing and sleep. No, they don't. They have a lot of work they have to do.
Those guys go above and beyond the call of duty just because, they're first responders and they're in the fire trucks and the ambulances and stuff. They've got to be on call like that.
Okay, Dougie says, all right, guys, it was fun hanging out with you two. I can't wait for the next live podcast, but I have to get going. My son woke up. Oh, Lord.
From a bad dream. You guys are great and keep up the amazing work. Hell yeah, Ducky. Appreciate you sticking around for 3 hours with us during this little live broadcast, podcast, whatever you want to call it. We will holler at you next time. You know how to hit us up. Facebook, Instagram. You got us on Instagram. So you know what you're doing, bro. Appreciate you hanging out. And, we always here for you, bro.
You have a good night.
See, I told you it was live.
Yeah. This is our normal after work that we come to work.
Yeah. We go to work and get off of work just to come to work.
If we're not doing our YouTube or our podcasts, I also run our business.
And like I've said to them, like 2 hours ago, we don't get paid for this shit.
I've got that same statue out there.
You do?
We have this one
We got
that's
it
attached
taped down to
yeah.
the desk so it don't come off.
And then we have one that's in the car.
I've got mine in the package.
Believe it or
I
not,
took both of mine out because, if you ever get, you've been in my car, I got the Ren and Stimpy on the dash. Yeah, that was the plan for the Joker, but I don't know if his legs and his cane would hold up under the sun.
right. Randy says, what y'all drinking anyway, if y'all don't mind me asking?
Alright, if you really must know, it's Mad Dog 2020 or MD 2020.
Yeah. Also have a good one, Randy and Batman. Ha ha ha.
Somebody told you to have a good one. One of our regulars. He's been on day one.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, we're drinking Mad Dog 2020. Like I said, it's a celebration. We don't drink often.
No, we don't drink like this often. We actually went through 3 bottles of MD 2020 today, which is
Unusual for us.
very unusual. Sassy got sick for a minute, came back from it, and she's been drinking ever since.
Are they in that shit that's wine?
No, not really. It depends on which one you get. This one was the peach cream.
The peaches and cream? Yeah.
Well,
We have the peaches and cream. We have the, this one's the,
this
electric
one
melon.
was the electric melon, but we didn't get that today. That was fucking bit over here for
That
a
was,
minute.
yeah, that's been over here for a minute. I just hang on to that bottle.
It's all grape wine.
Yeah, I guess it is. The electric melon's grape wine.
All of it, as far as I know, all of it's grape wine.
You need to pull out the bottle of wine, the $50 bottle of wine. It's in the refrigerator. I still ain't opened yet.
No, I don't want to open that yet.
That is, we have to wait. Nice and good night.
Good night, Dougie.
Cookie. But this has been about our longest.
This has been the longest period. We ain't even done reaction videos this long. Our longest video was like 30 minutes.
And that was
So,
that was
we've been
difficult.
live broadcasting for
Over 4 hours.
4 hours because we did it for an hour and 30
And then
something minutes.
We had
and it started
crashing.
lagging real bad, and then it crashed, so we restarted a whole new podcast, and we've been going on this one for 3 hours and 4 minutes. So. And over 90% of this podcast, this whole 3 hours, has been on nothing but what we do.
yeah. And actually,
The politics that's involved in it, and etiquette and ethics and all that good stuff.
since you've been with us now, you see how we are, especially because
As
I
Chris
do
Jericho
this.
said, y'all got a little bit of the bubbly. Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
You've seen some of us, like people go, "Can I have," or what is it? The 4x4s, or what was it? What was my favorite one? They'd ask for something, they'd be like, "Nope, you sure can't." Or, "Can you give me a second?"
I hate how
And we'll go,
people-
"Seconds
I hate how
up."
People pull up at the window, or they pull up at the drive-thru and they go, "Hello."
Hello.
See, we covered that right off. It was like numero uno. Look, guys, don't pull up to a drive-through
And go,
speaker and yell hello, because let me tell you something. We
You
hear
know
a
you're there.
in our ear, and we already know you there. All right, we got you. We got you.
That's so freaking annoying when they do that crap. I mean, seriously.
I mean, all you gotta do is just pull up, start taking your order, or ask, "Are you ready for my order?"
Now, since you and I kind of basically do the same job at times, I don't do everything. Well, you don't quite do everything that I do yet, but
No, and he don't want to do the register, and I don't blame him.
No, and I don't-
I don't want to do
which-
the register or deal with window.
Melissa's done said
I'm
he
not
will.
gonna deal with people that think that they're always right. When I'm sorry, I don't believe customers are always right.
See,
And
thank
see,
you.
Randy Suarez on here even said the same thing not too long ago. He wholeheartedly agrees with us. Customers not always right.
My sticker.
Especially when you got people that come in there and think that the fries are fresh, but they wanted more salt, or they didn't want them so hot, or the fries aren't they're a little bit colder than what they want them to be, and they decide that they want to throw them across the counter at us. And we can't do nothing but be nice.
Right.
I can't be nice. I mean, you threw fries at me.
Right.
Throw it back.
And see, he understands where we're coming from. You've sat there and worked with us, whether it be day shift or night shift. And of course, now you see my life is where? Right where we work. Oh, even on my day off, I'm sitting at work. Okay, y'all, I'm ashamed of that one, but still.
She's ashamed of it. She said it on live broadcast. Like, I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. I'll tell you, I ain't gonna lie about it.
I already told her if I was off work, there ain't no damn way in hell I'd be sitting at work.
Well, that's why, like, that day, what was
The
it?
only way I'm gonna be sitting at work is if they have me being paid to be there.
What was-
if they pay me and I come in on my off day and I'm not just sitting there, but I'm getting paid for it.
Bro, let me tell you this
Okay.
much. When they were doing the remodel, that was the fucking easiest money I ever made in my life, because I got to go up there and help clean up after the fucking construction workers. So all I was doing was sweeping shit and scrubbing and shit.
I was there
That
too,
was
so
the easiest money I ever made in my life, bro.
going up there scrubbing floors, scrubbing
And
walls.
when I get paid, that was like, shit, y'all come up here and fucking sweep for that. And not have to deal with some stupid ass motherfucker. Hell yeah, count me in, I'll be there.
But I've lost my train of thought. Thank you. Damn it.
Oh, you welcome. I love derailing trains. That's just the fun. That's the funnest shit
That was
ever.
like last night.
Because you watch the damn locomotive come off, and then it's like, all right, which car's next?
When you said shut up. When you said that last night, it really was hilarious as fuck. Even I had to get a kick out of that shit.
What's that?
Where he was like, I can't remember how you put it, but you even had Miss Janet laughing. And oh my god, it had me going too. I couldn't help it. It was fucking hilarious.
Y'all better than me. I know my attitude very well. I'm a very nice person until somebody crosses the line. That's why I never work at fast food places or stores in general. Hell yeah, bro.
That's us too. To be honest, I mean,
If it was not for, and I have no shame in it, if it was not for the good 420, my friends, I would have absolutely murdered somebody by now. because the absolute insanity that we have to deal with on a daily basis, and then walk out like everything's okay, like nothing's bothering us. It's got to roll off our backs like water on a duck. I mean, it's not right that we get treated the way we do and get paid what we get paid.
Yeah.
That shit ain't fair.
You know how mad it made me to come in today? Like, I was 15 minutes early. I ain't even gonna lie. I was 15 minutes early. I come in, I think I'm gonna sit down, play me a fucking game on my phone for 15 minutes, and see how it's at, and it tells me to come up here. So I come up there, and everybody's standing there listening, and she tells me, you had a horrible close last night. And the only thing was, my grill wasn't clean enough, and the fries weren't put up there.
Who was telling you that tonight? Was that...
Well, this is one who told me that.
That's what
Okay, I was gonna say, I figured it might have been her. Because, yeah, she'll tell you in front of customers and everybody.
Yeah, but Lisa don't care. She'll just say what she's got to say.
But you know what's funny?
That's Lisa.
Is she's the one that told, like, because when we asked her opinion even about... Because we were already set in our mind that we wanted to do a podcast about fast food anyway.
Well, no, I was leaning more towards anime other than the fast food.
Well, you were. I was thinking more fast food. And we had actually asked Melissa about it, and she was like, do fast food. Do the do's and don'ts of fast food, because people don't understand what it is that we, as the workers, go through on a daily basis and how people act and treat us. And, I mean, it really does...
It drives you crazy being treated the way we get treated, knowing that we really don't get paid enough for that.
I mean, and you're like me and Mello when it comes to, we come from doing, like, whether it's construction or...
I'm used to construction, and I'm telling you, we
Right.
don't deal with people.
That's
the thing I loved about construction. We never had to deal with people. It was always the boss that dealt with
It
the shit.
will be
The construction workers themselves
RKOs,
did
Edge
not have to deal with
Spears,
anybody.
Power Bombs.
Besides the other workers.
Right. Well, see, like we told you about our jobs, like, you know, and I've told them too on here too that I did.
I'm not interrupting these guys, but hell yeah, man, that's just hilarious.
Like like I told you, I did the certified tampon inspecting. I did the medical surgical kits. I worked for Duracell battery. I did all these factory type jobs, but
No, my sister used to work for Duracell.
I did.
The one over there by the YMCA.
Yeah, that's where I was at, and
didn't that plant get moved to like Mexico or some shit?
No.
Yeah, they shut down. I don't know.
they shut down. No, they're here.
They
still.
moved to Georgia, didn't they?
No, they're still here.
What the hell?
They're all in one plant
Yeah,
now.
there is still a Duracell here.
They're
Oh, I
all
know
in
it's
one.
still a Duracell, but that plant was supposed to have been moved to like Georgia or some shit.
No, all of it's still here in one plant. That's why it got bigger. But at the time, they were going to actually move it to another state, and we couldn't go. So I lost out on having all my benefits and being full time with them instead of just a temp.
Cherry on top, the Stone Cold Stunner, and the rock bottom. Hell yeah! That make you feel like you want to do that to somebody all day long, man. All day long. You hear some of this random stupid shit, and then it's like, yep, you just need to be stunned. You just need to hit that Stone Cold one time. Wow, be done. Out.
Well, see, and that was like what Batman was saying, was it yesterday, about, when you were used to working all these, type jobs or whatever, and you get to this point where you really need to work, because especially right now through the COVID crap, you'll take what job you can get. And with it being fast food, you learn the respect that you need for these people that work in it, because guess what? We all crazy.
Now, this is my first time in fast food. I'm used to construction.
Yeah.
That's building houses, building office furniture to cubicles, bookshelves, fucking bank vault systems for storage, all the way down to building fucking tent tops. Like I've straight up built tent tops by hand with heat welders and hand welders to putting the tents up, and now I'm in fast food.
Yeah. And see, like we were saying, we told you like the different jobs that we've ever been in, and once you're in fast food,
the COVID kind of screwed me on my job, but at the same time, I still got another job.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's the thing. People were like, I have sat and heard people. No, you're good. I've sat and heard people say,
How a felon wants
Fast-
to bitch but they can't get a job.
yeah,
I'm a 2-time convicted felon. Both of mine are drug charges. And I've worked at GHI, which is putting up office furniture, Cleveland Tent, which is building tents, Wendy's, Cleveland Plywood. I've worked at Tri-State Trust.
yeah.
I've done all kinds of jobs. M&M bars.
And see, if you're like us. You work all these jobs, and see, I have sat and heard, and I've even gone to a court proceeding and listened to a judge actually tell people, if you think the job is beneath you, whether it be fast food or whatever, being a janitor or whatever, guess what? It's not. It is a stepping stone to you to get to the job that you want or desire. Because guess what? We all have to start from the bottom and work our way to where we want to be. And
Well, y'all heard me say at the beginning of this podcast, I've been in this industry for 7 years. Prior to this, I was a screen printer, y'all. I love that job. And I would do anything to get it back, but they eliminated my job because they felt, well, they went for efficiency over quality.
so they went to the computer part.
Yeah, they went to the digital and had it all printed up on a printer instead of screen print, which was crisper, cleaner print, and better color. But with that being said, it is what it is.
And you used to work for Amazon as well.
Yes, I worked for Amazon for a short time as a picker, and that's insane. Being a picker at Amazon's fucking insane, because the second that bell rings for you to start, you better be power walking or you're not going to meet your pick rate.
Now, don't we have an old manager that worked with us that's also at Amazon?
Yes, but he's doing the lazy job.
Oh, okay. So he's not doing like what you did.
Yeah, he's not doing what I did. I was a floor picker and a picker. And that might not make a whole lot of sense, but your floor pickers ran around with a buggy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And an order picker would go out in an order picker machine and pick your orders. And that shit was difficult as it was. But if you were on the floor, you had to literally be at a sprint when it was time to start till the time you took your break, or you would not make your pick rate. I went in there for a week straight, jacked up on fucking monsters and diet pills that run your freaking energy through the roof, okay? And for that week, I hit 117% on my pick rate. And that's because I went in running.
Well,
The whole fucking time I was running.
A lot of the factory jobs that I've done, I was like a packer. Like, I packed jars, I packed socks, whatever. And like you were saying, I literally would take 2 cases, which were like 15 monsters in a case, and I would drink 5 of those cases a day just to survive through a 12-hour shift, an 8-hour shift, whatever. I can't do that now. And then trust me, there are times where I know, and you do this, and Batman, you're getting to know this too, because not just you go in and close, then the next day you have to go in and work day shift or whatever. You're so damn tired that you're having to do, like you say, like the energy pills, the diet pills or whatever, and a lot of energy drinks just to get you through your day, for us to continue that fast pace.
Okay, Randy, we'll check that out when we can do our reactions.
Yeah. Which we should be getting to some of those here in the next day or so.
Yeah.
We should have some up and running. Tonight was just a special deal of running a podcast and getting y'all's intake on.
Yeah, and so far the consensus is they want us to do a podcast, so we've continued to do the podcast. Because guess what, bitches? The podcast has no time limit, and we can just talk all we want. Oh, I gotta love a podcast.
Unless you or I put a limit on it.
Yeah, which I've actually kind of wanted to put a limit on this, like 4 hours tops. Because that's longer than Joe Rogan's podcast, and I'm kind of proud of that. I think his longest podcast was 4.5 hours.
Right. Well, I know one of us is going to be at work about 9 in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta be at work at 11.
While you're still continuing podcasting, more likely I will wind up having to say goodnight and go to bed myself. But not just quite yet. I am not ready there yet. I'm not.
Well, chill your ass then.
You know how hard, y'all, this is a rare moment. I am hyper at the moment. I am actually hyper, considering, like you said, I got sick earlier. I think it's because I was drinking some before I ever ate, and then I ate, and it made me sick in the stomach.
Well,
I don't normally do that if I'm going to drink anything that's alcoholic related. I always eat first, and then drink. That way, there's something always in my stomach first. And today, I was running on emotions. Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
Oh, I know I'm wrong. I ain't the typical male. You ain't got to pad my ego. I know I'm right.
His head's already big enough.
Gotta love it, y'all. Gotta love it, man. She said no. You gotta love it. Gots to love it.
No, you don't. I do.
Alright, go crunch it in your own ear.
I was crunching him on here.
No, you was crunching in my damn ear. You go crunched in your ear. I don't want crunched in my ear.
Well, I'm done crunching. Come here.
Alright, guys. Well, as much as I don't want to, I think we might actually call this one done for the night. We are going to get some stuff together for next week. There's going to be a lot of researching going on. I'm going to gather some stuff up and have some notes prepared for next podcast, because guess what, guys, next week on my day off, it might be my and Sassy's day off, either way it goes, however it happens, it will happen next week. We will do another live
Podcast.
a live broadcast podcast. It's going to be a broadcast first. We'll do a short Q&A with everybody, just to kind of let everybody come in and join in, so we can well, appreciate that, Randy. You have a good night too. We will be back on live next week. We are going to work on getting some reaction videos up for you guys. You might have to give us another day or so, but we will get some up. And like I said, this will be in our on our page, in our videos, so you can go over and check it out if you want to. Share the hell out of it is all I can say.
Yes, please.
This is the longest we've ever actually sat here and talked to you guys, so just share the hell out of it. Get us out there. We're going to try to pick up on a podcast next week. If anybody has any suggestions, y'all know what to do. Drop it down in the comments. We're always open for them suggestions from you guys. But y'all know what time it is. It's been Mellowverse. I'm Mellow Man.
I'm Sassy You.
Till next time, y'all.
Peace. Damn. That was long. We've done good.